Hey guys, it's vf.miniatures Battle Reports, and today we're playing a 2000 points game between my Ultramarines Gladius list and Anna's new Leagues of Votann army. Anna, please say hi.
Hi.
And we'll see you guys in the game. Okay, Anna, so please tell us about your new Leagues of Votann army. I've just completed painting it. It took me like 2 years to finish it because I just did not have the time, and I'm not a fast painter. So yeah, that's why it took me so long. But finally we have this new faction with us. So what do you think about the army?
Oh, it's beautiful. I like the bases.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But I meant more like, what do you think about the list and the field?
I think I have no chance.
Yeah.
This is what I think.
And Anna believes in the power of Guilliman's force, the Ultramarines, which, to be honest, yes, they are very strong. I did not take the most powerful combination, but it's also not a bad list as well. So the Votann can struggle a bit, but we'll see. I'm sure Anna's...
I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but they look very, I don't know.
Intimidating.
Yes.
Well,
I'm terrified.
Well, don't be. Believe in the power of the Votann and the power of the dwarves. They are resilient like no other race.
Okay. So let's start with my army rule. It's Eye of the Ancestors. What it means is that when your unit destroys my unit, it receives 1 judgment token, up to 2 maximum. And if your unit has one judgment token, I get 1 to hit.
Plus 1 to hit.
Yes, plus 1 to hit. And if it has 2 judgment tokens, I get plus 1 to hit and plus 1 to wound.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
Now that's for the people who never played against Votann, which they're not a very popular faction, so we wanted to reiterate that so you understand how the judgment token system works. 2 means plus 1 to hit and plus 1 to wound. 1 judgment token just was plus 1 to hit. And believe me, it's very important because the whole army hits on 4s.
Yes.
Apart from like a couple
of
models.
Which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, so yeah.
I don't know what am I doing here.
Believe me, they can dish out a lot of firepower, even with hitting not on 3s and 2s like Space
I'll believe you for now, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. I may be lying here. Just maybe luring you into a trap.
I think you're lying. And my detachment rule is ruthless efficiency.
Okay.
Which means that I start with... So, initially...
I believe in you.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the battle, I choose 2 of your units.
Okay.
And I give them 2 judgment tokens.
Makes sense.
Each.
Okay. Yes.
And if I kill them early in the game, I gain 3 CP and then 2 CP and 1 CP, depends on when I will kill them.
So you need to kill them fast.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
And you also get 2 for your army rule. 2 units that are also judged like completely with 2 tokens. So in total there will be 4 of my units that are immediately plus 1 to hit and plus 1 to wound from the start of the battle. 2 of them, if Anna kills them early in the game, she gets command points for it.
This is so complicated. He was like, oh, that's the easiest army to play, and
I don't know why I said that. I was comparing them to like Grey Knights and Thousand Suns and stuff, and I thought like, well, it's simple. It's just mostly shooting army that you get some tokens and that's it. But apparently, and now that I listen to Anna, it really is not that simple.
Yes, and about judgment tokens, also this guy Cal, so I don't forget. Yes. If I remember correctly, he can give your unit that is on objective marker extra judgment token or something.
He can give a judgment token to a unit that he can see. That's his ability, and then his enhancement.
The command phase.
Yeah. And then his enhancement is that he can actually judge 1 objective, and anything that is on that objective will get plus 1 judgment token. I'm not sure if it's every unit that is on, or just 1 that you choose will check.
Oh yeah, operating glare.
Yes. So it's 1 unit or everything that's touching an objective.
You can select 1 objective marker your opponent controls until the start of your next command phase. While an enemy unit is within range of that objective marker, it counts as having 1 or more judgment token than it actually has.
1 more judgment token.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so everything.
To a maximum of 2.
Everything that's touching an objective marker. So yeah, he's sort of like a judgment token generator for the army. Okay, let's
Yes,
actually...
and regarding the enhancements, this guy,
Yes, the champion.
the champion, he's the only one who's like a lonely wolf.
He's not
On
attached
his
to
own.
the squad, yeah.
Yes, he has Wayfarer's Grace.
Okay, so he's gonna stand up from death on 2+.
Yes.
It's actually the same relic as in the new Custodes Lands of the Emperor detachment, the same idea. So you roll a 2+ if he dies, and he gets his full wounds back. It's rather, how should I put it? Survivable, yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of
else?
units, we have 3
Champions?
Iron Here champions.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Iron Here champions. One of them is on his own, as I said before.
Yes.
And these 2 attached to these 2 Terminators. They are not Terminators. I mean, they are Terminators, but this is not what their name is.
Yes. They are essentially like Terminators for the...
it's Iron Here Hearthguard.
Hearthguard, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll call them
That's
probably Terminators
Yes,
because
of
that's what they
course.
are. But we like to at least once give the proper name for them.
We have 3 tanks.
3
Hekaton
tanks.
Land Fortress.
Yes, so 3 Hekaton Land Fortresses. So Anna has a lot of firepower in those 3 units. And
Probably.
believe me, they
But
shoot
not
a
enough
lot.
for the army, I think.
We'll see. Believe in them.
Yeah, we also have these bikes.
2 units of 3.
Yes, 2 squads of 3.
Okay.
They called Hernkin Pioneers.
Hernkin Pioneers, yeah. So they have
That's
very
their
cool
names.
bikes who are essentially like they can scout, right? They can scout 9. Yeah, scout 9 on the bikes.
We have Jaegers, 10 piece.
10-piece McNuggets.
McNuggets, yeah. I really want McNuggets.
Yeah, I understand that. I would love to as well. They are essentially like a scout unit for the army, a lot like the Space Marine scouts, but cheaper and rather fragile because of their 5+ save.
These are Hearthkin Warriors.
Warriors, so the basic
10 piece
battle
as well.
unit. Okay.
And there will be with Cal.
Okay, so they are led by Cal.
Yes.
And they have the sticky objective rule. So
Yes.
cool.
Also, we have Brock here, Thunder King.
Well done, Anna. Again, you're doing well
Thank
with these
you.
weird names.
These guys.
Brock here, Thunderkin. So
Yeah.
our devastators, essentially, the shooty squad that is supposed to dish out a lot of wounds, and they are equipped with the grav guns, right? The anti-vehicle 2+.
Yes.
Okay, so
I don't see these guys in the list.
the berserkers,
Yes.
they are supposed to be in the bottom there, somewhere.
No.
Okay,
really,
don't
here.
worry about that. So yeah, you have 10 berserkers in the
Yes.
list, and they are all with concussion molds.
Mm-hmm.
These glowy things. Let's take a look at them. This guy looks like Lenin to me. Look at him. Look at his face. 1 second, can I let the camera focus? Looks exactly like a cybernetic crazy Lenin.
They're beautiful.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I really like the glowy effect as it turned out on these ones. It was probably the favorite part of painting up this army. So yeah, is that the whole list? I think it is.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it's gonna play. You have quite a lot of the scouty stuff that can score objectives for you. So you have 2 squads of bikes and the squad of scouts.
Infiltrators.
So not bad. Plus obviously the unit on your home objective. So 4 scoring units in total. You have the nice damage unit in you're gonna put them in reserves, right?
Yes, in reserves, and some of them are going to be inside the tanks.
And the 2 squads of turns are gonna
Yes.
be inside the tanks, and the berserkers 10 men inside the tanks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously the 2 champions with
Yes.
the 2 Terminator squads.
They cannot detach,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're already attached.
Together.
They like to be together. They're like brothers.
Like we
Like
like
we do.
we can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we can.
like we can do, yeah.
Okay, so I really like the list. Let's see how it performs. And let's take a look at the Ultramarines list. So this is mostly a usual gladius. So we have like the traditional elements, Guilliman, Calgar, 3 ballistas, but something I really wanted to add and try out is the 3 Invictor warsuits, which I've added here. They're supposed to be this sort of forward operating unit element of the list that takes the brunt of the enemy's firepower on the chin, and then the remaining force uses the exposed enemy units to destroy them and hopefully win the game. So this is kind of the idea that I had. Not the most competitive list, definitely not the list that I would run in tournaments because I'm not sure in this tactic, so that's why I'm trying it out here. But I think it's interesting, and the other elements are rather strong. So we obviously have Guilliman. Let's take a look at him. By the way, he's a very new addition to the collection, to the channel. We've not had him for the longest time. Never had him on the channel actually. And he's going to be helped by Marnius Calgar himself, which is probably my favorite model in the vf.miniatures collection. And of course, if you're interested in any miniatures painting for your army, shameless plug from me, then check out our website, because we are painting miniatures for our clients. We have a commission painting studio where we paint everything from these like incredible collection pieces like Guilliman or Calgar to more simple models like this Bladeguard Champion, Bladeguard Veteran, for example, who are also very nice looking. So we have 3 tiers of paint jobs, and you can find anything that suits your budget, your needs, and your vision there on the website. But I digress. So we have Calgar leading a unit of 6 Bladeguard. I really want to try them because they're so cheaper now, so they probably are rather efficient. And this is my pride and joy, the special crafted unit of Bladeguard, which 2 of the guys are not unique, but all other ones are from separate chapters. So this is an Imperial Fist. A yellow guy, we have a Black Templar, a very cool, more of a traditional one. We have a very converted Space Wolf guy with a special chainsword and a very special shield, and a Dark Angel with a Necron spear and a Dark Angel shield, and 2 Ultramarine guys. As well as we have a lot of scoring units here. We have Outriders, which I really wanted to try because they are very cheap now and they have the damage too, so they can deal rather well with 2 wound targets, such as some of the models in the Votann list as well. We have the unit of 5 Jump-Back Intercessors, so 10 in total Incursors, Intercessors to hold the home objective, and 3 Ballistas. I really like the abundance of the scoring options that I have here. A lot of stuff to score victory points for the army, and I'm trying out the Outriders and the Bladeguard in this case because I have not used them for a long time and I want to see how they perform. I know Incursors are wonderful, I know Jump-Back Intercessors are awesome, and I've seen what Ballistas can do. Obviously, I don't even need to mention Guilliman and Calgar. So yeah, this is the 2000 points of Ultramarines. Let me know what you think about this list in the comment section, and we'll see you in battle. So our mission for today is going to be mission A, the most simple one, take and hold, so we get 5 victory points for each objective marker we control at the end of the command phase, and raise the banner, so battle line units on objectives gain an extra 1 victory point each time they get to a new unique objective marker. Once, this place was a nameless ball of frozen rock, cracked open and cored by Mechanicus drills, its marrow drained to feed the forges of the wider Imperium. Now it's little more than steel bones wrapped in permafrost, but something inside it still matters. Leagues of Votann say it's theirs by ancient right, ancestral charter and claim etched into alloy and oath stone long before the Emperor ever walked Terra. They've come in force to take it. 3 Hekaton Land Fortresses thundering through the frost like gods of iron, ferrying Berserkerkin and the Hearthgod elites into position. Hernkin pioneers arc across the frozen ridges, flanked by stealthy Jaeger pathfinders. Above it all, a storm brews, unnatural, electric, and silent. But the Imperium disagrees. Rabute Guilliman himself leads the counterforce. This is not diplomacy, it's a hammer blow. 3 Invictor warsuits stalking the outer ridges like wolves, with Ballistas dreadnoughts braced in overwatch. Marnius Calgar advances with his Victrix Guard and Bladeguard pushing deep into the refinery's snow-choked arteries. The Ultramarines do not ask who owns this place, they decide. And somewhere deep in the refinery's core, the truth sleeps, buried beneath code-locked vaults and ice-dammed pressure lines. A data core, a weapon, a heretical fragment. Guilliman doesn't know. The kin claim it's nothing but legacy, but Guilliman has seen far too many legacies twist into monsters. A standoff becomes a strike. Thunderkin teleport in with graviton cannons to shatter lines. Bladeguard draws swords to meet the charge. Steel grinds against frost, muzzle flashes strobe through drifting snow. Ancient oaths clash with the cold logic of the Codex. Okay, so here we are deployed, and before the first turn, let's discuss, shall we, Anna, how we deployed and what our plan is here.
These guys, they are here, as you can see.
Yeah, that's a very keen observation.
Yeah.
That's your infiltrators, right?
Yes,
By,
and they're hiding behind the
Jaegers.
And I'm kind of, worried because all of your army are
There is a lot of stuff on that flank over there.
Yes, so I'm worried.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah.
Well, though it's a very inexpensive squad, so who knows? And they also have reactive moves, so if I move towards
Yes.
you can reactive move
True.
away.
True.
Well, what about the tanks over here?
So, Berserks are in this tank with that lonely champion.
Okay, solid
And
champion.
Terminators with the two other champions are in these tanks.
These two, okay. I'm just worried we're calling them this guy lonely champion, but he's not a lone actually. He's a normal character. So.
Lonely, like
I know.
alone.
I mean that some people might think that he's actually
No.
alone now because he's solo, but he's
I don't
not.
think so.
So I will be able to shoot at him if he pops out his head. But again, he's very cheap. He's like 60 points, I think. Okay, so what about your bikes?
These guys, these guys, they're hiding behind the ruin as well.
Huskin warriors with the Cal, right? He's over
Yes,
here.
they're
Cool.
touching the objective marker.
So they can
and
sticky it.
Yes, they will stick it and they will go their way.
Makes sense. Okay.
And we have bikes.
2x3 bikes
Yes.
over here or over there. We're gonna scout them in a moment once the battle starts. Once we figure out who
Yes.
goes first.
This squad will go here, but this squad I'm not sure because I don't want them to. I don't want to put them here.
In the center.
Yeah, it's like in an open field, and
They will
be
probably
dead.
be dead. You can
Yeah.
just hold on to them in this spot. They can go like in a few different
Yeah,
directions.
it depends on whoever goes first.
Yeah, the only issue with them is that if they're in the center, they cannot use their ability to teleport if they're like within 6 inches of
Yes,
the edge. So
true.
you probably want to like shift them maybe like to this edge because as you can see, there's not a lot of stuff that I have here.
Yes, I wanted to put them together, but I thought that there is not enough space for them to be behind that
Yeah,
ruin.
I get it. So that's probably why, like if you go first now, you can scout move them 9 this way and then move again 12
Mm-hmm.
inches. So they can both be in this area. So you have like a few units to work
Yeah.
with in this sector. Okay, so is that every? Oh no, we have the, what's their name? Brock here, Thunder, what?
Brock here, Thunderkin.
Thunderkin. Okay,
Yeah.
so these guys, and
They're in reserves.
they're in reserves. Okay, so they're waiting, biding their time, and everything else is in transports. What about myself, Yuri? Please tell us. So I have my Ultramarines spread out around the board. I have too much stuff. That's one thing I've realized now when I was deploying. I sincerely think that Space Marines have too many units to play with because I had like I think 4 or 5 or 6 drops more than Anna, and yeah, she has transports and expensive transports, but still it felt like too much. So I have Outriders on this flank as well as 2 squads of jump pack intercessors. So I'm hoping that this contingent is going to be enough to hold onto this objective, which for now, like I have probably more resources pointed this way than Anna has, so we should be good, but we'll see. That depends on how things go down the road. And most of my army is in here. So the big Marnius Calgar squad plus 6 Blight Guard plus the 2 Victor's Guard in the ruin. So should be able to see them over there. As well as my Combi Weapon Lieutenant, which by the way, I forgot to mention in the roster review. So here is the guy that I'm using as my, not the Blade Guard, the Combi Weapon Lieutenant. I'm not sure I named him correctly just now.
You did.
Okay, so thank you. The 3 Invictors, 2 of them are over here, the one right in the center. So this guy is probably going to scout towards the center. I want him to be like a bait for Anna. Perhaps she wants to go and get him immediately, and then I catch her.
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
Never
I
mind.
probably should stop telling you my secret plans, right? Like this on camera.
No, go on.
Continue, right? I love it. And my 3 ballistas in this like nook, all close to the Guilliman, so he can buff them up, as well as the 5-man squad of normal intercessors, and the incursors as well. So a lot of stuff is going to be scouting now. I have 4 scout units, and Anna has 2 scout units. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Combi Weapon Lieutenant is the only guy who's infiltrating. He's just like in this corner of the ruin. He's just out of the deployment zone, and he wants to go and try to get the center and make Anna well, do something about that, because I have an advantage as I have a lone up and she doesn't. So she'll have to do something about this guy in the center, or I'm going to continue scoring it. So we'll see what she can do. And yeah, that's our deployment. So let's roll off and see who goes first.
Yes.
Shall we? We're going to do a small little unboxing here. Yeah, Anna's doing the little ASMR with her fingernails. So actually these dice, I was I meant to give like a review of what the package is, and then you're gonna do the unboxing. Okay, so I
Pretend it's not here.
yeah, it's I bought it 2.5 years ago when the Leagues of Votann army set, I think you're doing a great job, army set was released back in 9th edition still. And I pledged that I'm not going to open the box until I actually finish the army, until I paint it and I have 2,000 points finished. So it took me 2.5 years, but now we're finally going to open the damn box. And sorry, there's an alarm there, okay? And I still didn't wait for me to actually film the unboxing.
I'm impatient.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
beautiful.
First time playing with these dice. I was gonna do like a first roll for these 20. We'll see how many 6s you can get. They're really nice looking, actually. Okay, 3 6s. That's pretty good. It's exactly average. So yeah, good dice. Good dice. Average is what we want. Cool. So now we'll roll off to see who goes first. Let's use them. Okay. Good luck. Have a nice game. And it's very impatient. She didn't wait. She didn't wait for me. So yeah, I won. So I will be going first. And yeah, we'll see how Space Marines.
But it's first my scout move.
Of course. Well, mine and yours. So we both do. We both do that. Okay, so here's how we scout moved. All 3 of my victors just moved up 8 inches, and the 6-inch scout move from the incursors. They're all going in a similar direction towards that objective and the center one. What about yourself, Anna? Your 2x3 bikes?
Yeah, I decided to hide that squad, and
So
this
back?
one hasn't moved.
Hasn't moved. Okay, so you don't need anywhere to go anywhere. Okay,
it's hiding.
It's hiding. Sounds good. Okay, so end of my movement phase. Let's see what I've done. I did not use any of the doctrines. I did not think I need them. And, for the ballistas dreadnoughts, it will not really help me in terms of like what I can see. I still would not see the tanks unless I roll like a 6 on the front one, which is not really worth burning the doctrine for. So that's why I'm not using them. For the moment, my first target is going to be the bikes, and then the second one from Guilliman is going to be the Jaegers. Yes, the Jaegers. I forgot their name. What?
Please don't touch them.
I didn't.
Why do you need them?
Well, the problem is they on this objective, and you know, we Space Marines don't like objectives contested. We like everything to belong to us, so we're greedy like that. Yeah, so that's everything that I need to say. Oh, also, what did you nominate for your judged targets? Who was judged?
Detachment,
Okay.
rule.
Yeah, so these two?
I need to kill them first in order to
Get-
receive CPs.
Okay.
And
This guy?
and this squad.
Yeah, there's a token on him, and the Marnius Calgar, his big unit. So all of them have +1 to hit, +1 to wound on
I
them.
need all the help.
Yeah, you need all the help,
These two.
especially against the squad, Marnius' squad.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I did not really move these guys much. They stayed pretty much in the same ruin because I want to bide my time and wait for something juicier to come over, not like a squad of bikes. I don't want to throw them away needlessly. So let's shoot. And
Yeah,
I'll start.
actually, you forgot to tell
What?
that I did a reactive move.
Oh yes, of course. That's why they're further away. Otherwise, they would be like an automatic charge. This
I
is
rolled
more.
4.
Yeah, you rolled a 4, so it's more like a 4-inch charge for now for me. From the Invictus, still very doable. Definitely from that one. From this one, it's a bit further away. So yeah, let's see how well I can do some damage. And we'll start with the ballistas dreadnought. So first, let's shoot the ballistas, this one, into the bikes. So I will get my full rerolls to hit there. Which first, let's do the crack missile.
Can I do anything?
You can give
Like
them.
pray to God.
Yeah, definitely pray to Votann, which is your version of God. And you can also do -1 AP, but only for 1 ballista, so I don't think it's... Okay, so it did not hit, only 1 hits, and the wounding on a 2+, it didn't wound. So, yeah, first was not a lucky roll. Second is better, so 2 hits, 2 wounds, AP -3 on the last scan, which you are in cover, which means that you have a 4-up safe base.
Yes,
So it would be a 5-up. Because of cover. Oh no,
No, it's 3 plus save.
it's a 3+ save -3, 6-up save. Yeah. No, wait.
Complicated.
Yep. So after a few hours, we figured out it's 6+ save because they are AP3. Okay, so
Okay.
both suffer D6 +1 damage. The first one is not dead. No, it's not.
It's actually
Are they-
it's dead.
Wait, are they 2 wounds
2
each?
wounds.
Okay, yeah. So they're dead automatic.
Blah.
The second one is also dead. Unless you wanted to take the first one on your
yeah, I'm
3-wound
thinking
guy.
about it, but I don't think. No.
You don't?
No, actually, they wounds. They had 3 wounds.
3 wounds each?
Yes.
Okay, I forgot about that. So yeah, then you can remove one on bike. Yeah,
One is
only one.
One is dead.
One is dead. The second ballistas, this guy is gonna fire at the remaining 2 bikes. So hitting on that and wounding on 2s. So that was a crack missile, and this is gonna be a 5-up save. 1 fail, d6 damage, 3 damage. So you can take that on the 4-wound guy.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna kill the bike.
Yes.
And the last cannons. 1 miss, 1 hit, so 2 hits. 1 fail, 1 success. You need a 6-up or the bike is gonna suffer damage. Probably 1 6-up. Ah, oh, the same chance as a 6, but not a 6. So what would be your? Yeah, you have to suffer damage now. Suffers 5, so he's dead. I'm sorry. Your squad is no more, and that means that actually doesn't mean anything because the ballistas who killed the guy already had 2 judgment tokens.
Ой, блядь.
I'm sorry, yeah. So yeah, nothing special for you. For this dreadnought, he's already hated by your army that much that it doesn't really matter what he does. He's your enemy number 1, enemy of the state. Next, let's do this ballistas into the Jaegers because now my target. I'll do the D6, the crack profile, the frag profile of the rockets. So yes, the frag profile, 2d6 shots into the Jaegers. That's 7 with blast, and that means extra 2, so 9 shots. And that's hitting on 3s and wounding.
This one was cocked.
Which one? That one?
Yeah,
Okay. All hit. Are you happy now?
no.
Okay. And wounding on, it would be wounding on 4s, but wounding on 3s. So yeah, this is 7 wounds against your guys, and they're AP 0. So you have your normal 5-up measly save. I'm sorry, Anna. I did not write those rules. So yeah, that's actually 6 of them dead, yeah. Yeah. That's not great. So the 4 shots of the Stormbolter into them. Okay. Hitting on rerolling and wounding on...
Let's make your charge more difficult.
That's a wise idea. And 5s to wound because they're T5 and I'm only strength 4 on the bolters.
How many?
2. 2 AP 0. So 5 ups.
No.
Okay, so 2 more dead.
Okay. It's gonna be very difficult.
Oh, actually, did you were on cover, right?
From what?
From this guy. I think you were in cover.
From this guy? Yeah, from this guy probably.
Okay, so we'll check the footage and see how many saves you rolled. Yes, actually, 2 of the guys did survive because of cover, so that we're not going to take any of the guys with the Stormbolters, from the Stormbolter wounds. And the 2 last cannons, which sounds cruel against just a 5-up save dwarf, and 2 wounds, AP -3, so it just goes through. It goes through anyways, even on a 6. I'm sorry, Anna.
I didn't have a chance.
Yes, there's just 2 guys dead. They perish in the light of the last cannon. Okay, and that is my dreadnought. He finished shooting. Now I need to be smart, so I need to finish them off with something that is actually not, does already have a judgment token, so I don't give you a free one. There's a small piece of advice here for playing against Votann. So I'm not going to shoot them at them actually because I don't want to kill them. I want to be able to get onto the objective. So this guy will be charging them. I'll now see if there's anything else I can shoot at. I don't think there are any targets left for me. This guy, this guy probably will shoot at the fortress. So we'll see. I think he can see it. Yep, so the front guy is gonna shoot at the Hekaton, the front Hekaton, the closest to me. So we'll start with the Fragstorm launcher, which is 2 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 6s, nothing. And then his heavy bolter. Actually, that's a lot of hits because it's sustained, so 5 hits. I need 6s, no wounds, because I don't have any buffs on that thing. And my twin iron hail autocannon, 3 shots. And it also has twin linked, so I'm gonna be rerolling the wound roll. Nothing so far. 1 wound, Anna, AP 1. So you're definitely in cover, so it's a 2+ save for you. Okay, it's all good. And lastly, the twin iron heavy stubber. So this, okay, and I'm not in rapid fire. Can you please check, is it within 18 inches or not? Yeah, it actually is in rapid fire, so 3 more shots, so that's 6 hits. And wounding on 6s with rerolls. So you owe me 2 saves at AP -0, so 2+ save. Oh good, so no damage done to the Hekaton, which we expected. It's a very tough tank, and that would be the end of my shooting phase, and now I will charge. It's a 6-inch charge from the Invictor into the guys. Let's see. And he succeeds, so he'll move in. I'll probably just do this, like that. I think this is enough. And I'll try with my second Invictor. I don't know what he needs. 8, we'll see if that is enough to cover this distance. Yeah, that was exactly an 8-inch charge, and I'm sure the mood of the Jaeger squad is less than perfect. What do you think, Anna? Are they happy?
It's a disaster.
Disaster? Not great, right? Not great. Okay, so we'll fight. We'll do 5 attacks with the Invictor Fist, which, by the way, I'm gonna say it every time I fight with an Invictor. I don't understand why the Invictor Fist is actually strength 14 when the Redemptor's Fist is strength 12. I still don't get it. So wounding on 2s, and that's going to be 2 at AP -2. So two guys dead. They don't have a save.
How will you sleep at night?
I will sleep fine. Wait, I'm not sure if your sergeant has this thing, Weave Field Crest, the 4-up invulnerable save, which your other guys have that, but I'm not sure the pioneers get that. Yep, so the sergeant doesn't have a 4-up invulnerable, unfortunately, so the 2 guys, they perish, and the Invictors will stay where they are. So far the turn was very brutal, though we did only kill 2 very, very inexpensive things, and we're now as good as on a plate for the Votann. So Anna has...
which one was fighting?
This guy, yeah. I've started with the guy who already has the judgment tokens. I'm sorry, Anna. I'm sorry. You tried to get me there, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he did kill the squad. So no extra judgment tokens being generated. And now we'll see what the Votann can respond with, because they really have an opportunity here to do a lot of damage. And why are you laughing?
Because I don't believe that.
You don't believe that? Okay, no. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. I almost forgot. The secondary missions I drawn were Extended Alliance and Area Denial. The perfect draw for first turn, especially when you have stuff in the center. So I will get the Area Denial as my Invictors there, and the Extended Alliance because I control the 2 objectives, one in no man's land and 1 in deployment zone. So awesome draw. I'm getting 10 victory points there. So yeah, Anna needs to catch up. Anna, are you catching up?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So it seems you have come up with some interesting, crazy, and menacing plan. Please tell me about it.
Yeah, interesting, not crazy.
Not crazy.
Interesting.
A very smart plan.
Yeah, I've drawn Storm Hostile Objective and Extend by the Lines.
Okay, good cards like
yes, a Storm Hostile Objective I'm gonna be doing here.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll show you what happens in the center. Okay, so you are moving your bikes into position.
Yes, I moved my bikes, and one of them is touching the objective marker. It's far enough from this guy so that it won't trigger his reactive move. The
combi of Lieutenant. Okay,
yes.
Well, that's convenient. I was actually gonna do that, but now you say that they're too far, so I'm not gonna do it.
And actually, Cal guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
we won't tell you why we're laughing about this, but let's say it has something to do with what this word means in Russian.
Okay, yeah. So he gave 1 judgment token to this objective marker,
okay,
because I need all the help here.
Okay. Why do you need all the help? I have a question. So you position your bikes to do Storm Hostile, so you need to get that objective. But my Invictor is there, so I'm starting to get worried. Why do you think the Invictor is not going to be there any longer?
Because this tank, this one, it's here.
It's here.
And it sees you.
It can see me. Okay.
Yes. So
it's gonna shoot at my Invictor.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yes.
That's why you needed the extra marker.
Yes.
Okay. So what else? What did you do? What's happening over here? Seems like you're staging something.
Yeah, so this tank was with the Terminators.
Oh, they disembarked, okay.
Yeah, you see them here, right?
Yes, I can see them. I can see them, yeah.
They will be shooting here,
Yeah.
and this tank will be shooting here as well.
So you need to clear that.
That's why it's like wholly within the ruins.
So you can shoot. And still hidden because we don't have the windows on the first floor are not transparent.
Yes, and this tank with Berserks, they are inside with the champion, and it will be shooting into your Invictors as well. Okay,
so you want to do as much damage to these guys as possible. That makes sense.
Yes.
And you kept.
And actually, yes, this squad they moved slightly.
They advanced
1 inch. So I decided not to go any further from this.
Well, dwarves
position.
are not known for their speed, are they? So
yeah, but they're tough.
They're tough, yeah, definitely. So they're
allegedly
keeping for so far, but they were not very tough. But the tanks were though. So yeah, cool. That's
the plan.
That's the plan. Let's see if it can come to fruition.
I'm hoping that I will be able to kill Invictor because I really need this objective marker for my Storm Hostile objective mission, and just in general I thought that it's a good idea to put them here because they will be like a distraction for your ballistas guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to destroy them.
They don't want to see someone in front of them.
That makes sense.
Marker.
What?
Holding the objective marker.
Oh yes, sorry. That makes sense. So yeah, let's see how you can pull that off, because killing 3 Invictors in one turn, it's gonna be a big ask, even for the Hekatons. So where are you starting?
I'll start with the bikes. I decided to use my grenade for 1 CP.
Okay, grenade, so 6 dice, 4s are mortal wounds. Oh, that's good. 4 mortal wounds, one above average, that's good. So the Invictor suffers some major damage into his motive components, and the pilot maybe got some shrapnel into his face. What about the actual shooting of the squad? So what are you going to start with first?
Let's start with 501 profile.
So that's the shotgun. So you need 6 shots.
6 shots.
You still have the full squad of 3. So you're hitting me on 3s because I am +1 to hit.
Yeah, because of the objective.
Yeah. You're not going to get +1 to wound, but you're going to get +1 to hit.
Yes, because only 1 token.
Yes, only 1 token. Because of the color. He said, I don't like whoever goes onto that objective in particular. And everyone's like, okay, we got you,
so
Commander.
3s.
3s, yeah.
Yeah, 3s.
Okay.
Because 4 plus and +1 to hit.
Correct. And wounding me on...
What's your toughness?
I'm toughness 8, I think. Yeah, so
so 5s.
So definitely 5s, not 6s. I'm not toughness 10. Oh, good. 2. So 2 wounds. I just my 3 plus
0.
save. AP 0. So unfortunately, no wounds. Unfortunately for you, no wounds. So both passed.
Okay, so I have 3 shots each.
From
1, 2.
Okay, that one can hurt. So you need 3 more dice.
Yes.
Okay, good luck. This one's probably the most dangerous part of the whole unit. Okay, could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better. And wounding on 5s again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure that it's a toughness?
Not toughness 7. Definitely not 7 yet. Okay.
Okay, that's
good. So force to save. Okay, 1 goes through. So damage.
AP1. You remember AP1?
AP1, yeah. 1 goes through. So that's 6 damage taken by the Invictor. That's pretty good for a unit of 3 bikes, to be honest. And you still are not done. You still have your
6 shots.
Yeah, you'll actually be able to charge me as well, which I'm not sure you want to do. I mean, if the tank doesn't kill him.
Yes.
You'll still have that opportunity. Okay.
And I have sustained hits.
Yep.
This is 1 sustained hit, so
everything hits.
just everything hits.
And what's the profile on that?
611.
611. Okay. Yeah. It's a shame we actually glued it as a rotary cannon, because the other one is, I think, better. So 6s and 5s, 2 wounds. It's AP1, right?
Yes.
So 1 damage suffered again. So it's 7 damage taken by the Invictor. I think they are 12.
11.
I think it has 12 wounds. Yeah, I'll check. Yeah, so there are 12 wounds each, so 5 wounds remaining on the Invictor. And where are you gonna go from here, Anna?
Tank.
Tank.
Of course, obviously, the tank.
That's good. So, are you gonna do the big gun first?
Yes.
Okay, you're going all in.
Yeah,
are you going to?
Yes, I will be using a stratagem that gives me like extra sustain.
I think it's like ancestral hate or something like that. You essentially get sustained hits 1 or sustain hits 2 if there is any judgment on the target, which
Yes.
in this case there is. So Anna is going to have sustain 2 on every single gun of the Hekaton. Which, by the way, it's funny because the conversion beamer which we have on the Hekatons,
I have sustain
it
hits
has
D3.
D3, which, as far as I understand, as I interpret the rules, you can now Anna can now roll the D3, see if it's a 3+, sorry, see if it's a 5+, so it's an actual sustain hits 3, or if it's not, if it's 2 or less, she can still fall back onto the sustain hits 2, which
Yeah, at
is
least we
interesting.
think so.
Yeah, we think so. Yeah, correct us if we're wrong. So first 2 shots. You need to hit here, hopefully.
Yes, and I need 4s.
You need 4s, yeah, not 3s. 3s is better than.
Technically, yeah, 3s.
Okay.
1 4.
1
And
4.
let's roll D3 because
Yes.
it can be 3.
Yes. Okay.
So it's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. So now you add
These 2.
these 2. Yes.
And it's a strength 10, so it's gonna be
3s.
3s, right?
Yes. Yeah. Is it strength 10? I thought it was strength 12.
It's strength 10.
Okay, awesome. So 3s to 1. Yes.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 8.
Okay. It looks like toughness 10 or something.
No, it's not, because look, the pilot is actually visible through the cockpit.
Yeah, I remember that in Victory are not that.
Yeah, they're
Victors
not
that good.
Not really tough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So you need 3s.
Okay.
Okay, what's the AP?
2.
AP 2, and you're ignoring cover.
Yes.
So,
how convenient.
yeah, very convenient, and I'm happy for you. So it's 3 5-up saves and nothing to help me. So
Nothing to help you.
yeah, I've rolled 1 5, which is good, but it's
Okay.
still a dead and victor.
Yeah, it's damage 4.
Damage 4 each. Yeah. So does he blow up? No, he doesn't. So that's the first casualty of the game for the Space Marines. And the
Thank God.
marker is going to stay there because
Yes.
it's not the Invictor's marker. Can
Now
Can I give you a judgment token now? We kind of also don't like losing
No,
our
you
comrades.
can't, sorry.
No, it's
Sorry,
only your thing.
yeah,
it's your dwarf
it's
thing.
my perk.
Okay. Okay. So where are you shooting with the next Hekaton?
I'll start with this tank with the Berserk because I need all the help on this guy.
Who doesn't have any tokens?
Yeah, he doesn't even have like +1 to hit, so I will save this tank and Terminators for him. Yeah.
Okay, and the guy with 2 tokens is probably going to be dead anyways, so that's probably a correct call. So where are you starting? The 2 shots?
Yes, I need to, well, apparently I need to D3 like first, but I disagree.
Okay.
I think it's stupid.
It actually gives you more information.
For the record. Yes, and I think it's wrong.
You think you should not have the information?
Yes, I should not have this information.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter in this case because you don't have the CP to reroll anyways. So 2 hits, actually 2 hits, and wounding on 2s. Good. So it's 5-up saves for me. Wish me luck, Anna.
Good luck.
Okay, I've passed both. That's bad news for you because
You didn't need that luck.
Yeah, because it could have been 8 damage and it would have been almost dead in victory. Now you'll probably have to put your second tank into it as well.
Probably.
Yeah, because the conversion beamer was like the thing that needed to do the damage. Okay.
6 shots.
Yes.
3s. And +1 to wound.
Yep. +1 to wound.
Did we remember about this?
Yes, +1 to wound. You did wound with both, yes.
Okay.
What's your strength?
My strength is
5.
7.
7? Oh, that's the
No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it can be both, like six
yeah,
shots.
just your side cannons have twin lengths, so don't forget about that.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, they're the same. Twin length and sustain on the bolt cannons. Go ahead.
3.
3 hits, 3 wounds.
3
right?
wounds. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 wounds. I am gonna roll 4 ups. I rolled 2 4s and 1 fail, so it's 2 damage on this guy. Cool. 2 damage. He has 10 wounds remaining. Okay. What next? Your bolt cannons, right?
Yeah, 6 shots with cannons.
Hitting on.
And I
threes.
actually have sustain hits.
You didn't roll any 6s?
Yeah.
And you're wounding on 4s?
Strength 6.
4s with rerolls.
Okay.
It has twin length, right?
Yes.
Okay. So reroll the 4. Sorry, the 2 and the 2. Okay, all wound, right? 4 wounds, that's cool. So again, 4s to save. to fail to pass, so that's 4 more damage. It's gonna bring me down to 6 wounds. Unfortunately, not a dead Invictor. It's actually this guy. So yeah, you will have to put some extra stuff into it, and it'll be risky if you actually don't put the tank, because I don't think Terminators can kill.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, you have to shoot the second tank into it.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, well, at least you did manage to kill that one. So
Yeah,
your minimum
so that's
objective.
definitely a success.
Yeah,
I think.
your base objective was accomplished.
So D3 for sustain.
Oh, okay.
3.
that's where you get the 3. So everything goes into this guy.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. 6 wounds.
Well, you
tempting.
You sort of have to now, because you already started shooting. I can forgive you.
We don't tell anyone.
We won't tell. Okay, yeah.
You don't listen.
I'll keep the secret.
You didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think I won't be.
You won't be split firing?
No, I won't be. Блядь.
Greedy?
Yes, greedy. Thank you. I won't be greedy, and I'll put everything into this poor guy.
That sounds good.
It's like 90% overkill.
Go ahead. That's 2 shots.
Okay.
So 1.
This is
3.
3 more.
And remove that one.
Yes, and I'll remove that one. Thank
you. So 4 hits, wounding on 2s.
Okay.
Oh, 4 wounds. Okay, I'm probably gonna be it's very dead. It suffered 12, so you would have killed the whole other Invictor with that, unfortunately. Yeah. But does it explode? No. And yeah, you have your Terminators left, which is a shame, because he's not gonna get they're not gonna get the full rerolls to wound now.
But now I have 3 CPs.
Oh yeah, actually you do. So yeah, your CP counter over here, you get 3 plus. Oh, you did generate 1 CP in the start of the battle round, right? You did. You did. Okay. So
that's why I had 2.
Yes. So you have 3 CP now, which is going to be very helpful for you, especially now. So 1 Invictor, unfortunately, surviving there is going to be like a sore thumb for you, because I'm going to be probably move up and charge some stuff next turn. But well, you can't always have what you want.
Yeah. Okay. Let's shoot with Terminators.
Terminators. Okay. They have 3 shots each.
Yes, 3 shots each.
Okay, hitting on.
And that's it.
Yeah, what's their ballistic skill?
It's 3+.
Oh, so they would
501.
hit. They would hit on 3s naturally. That's cool.
And actually, I have D6 shots 401.
Yeah, you have the frag things on their backs.
Yes.
As well. What are you starting with? The Volkite disintegrators or the grenade launchers?
With the first option, I think.
Okay, Volkite.
1, 2, 3, 5. Okay,
yeah,
so
15. I actually asked Anna just now to put the dice back into the box for a second, because I could not believe my eyes. The fact that back in 2022, the GW have already been selling the freaking 16 dice boxes instead of the normal 20, which they know full well is the amount we need. Actually, we need 20 dice. We don't need 16 dice. It's disgraceful. I don't understand that. I think it's a very bad business practice.
Yes,
I don't support that. That's why independent dice sellers, I think, thriving now, because that makes no sense to buy the beautiful dice, which I think they're very nice, but buy them and then still need an extra box, which is such an odd number. 16 times 2 is 32 dice. You never need 32 dice. You only need either 20 or maybe 30. You don't need 32. It's a weird number. So
yeah, and it's a shame, because they're cheap to produce.
Yeah. Believe me, it's not because of the cost of extra 4 dice.
So it's just greediness.
Yeah, I think it's weird. So yeah, after a little rant about the dice, 15 shots, hitting on 3s. Cool. Yeah, that's good. No sustained there, and you wounding on.
Strength 5.
Yeah, 5s.
So 5s.
And 6s are devastating wounds. Okay, so 1 devastating wound and what? 2 normal? No, 1.
No, just 1.
1. Okay, so yeah, it's a save. It's a save and 1 wound on the guy. So he's down to 11 now. Not gonna stop him from charging your lines, unfortunately. But thankfully you have a champion there, so he might do some work against that Invictor in my next turn. What else? Is there anything?
D6 shots?
Oh yes, of course. There's grenade launchers. Okay, that's a lot of shots. We'll get those dice. Okay, so 19 dice. Actually, just proves our point again about needing 20 dice. So you're hitting on 3s.
Yes, 3s.
Only 2 misses, and wounding on this time you're wounding on 6s because it's strength 4. Okay. Okay, so nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's actually why you really want to have these guys disembark and shoot at the same thing as the Hekaton,
Yes,
because especially if you have the 2 judgment tokens,
Yes.
because then you get the +1 hit, +1 to wound,
Yes.
and full rerolls to wound, all on those like shit ton of dice, which usually a shit ton of dice plus good modifiers equals good damage.
I should have splitted the fire.
Why? With the Hekaton, yeah, I
Yes.
actually did not think about that. Yes, it's a valid point. But it's your first time with the army, so don't put too much responsibility on yourself. You're still learning. So that is only 1 wound on the Invictor. And is there anything else you wanted to shoot?
No.
Okay, so that's gonna be
yeah, I think that's it.
that's gonna be your turn. And what did you accomplish in terms of the cards?
Everything.
Everything. So
Everything.
You get 9 points. 4 for
+4. Yeah.
Yeah, so 9 points. You're 1 point behind me, below me. Well, below me as well. Behind me, so we're gonna see what Space Marines can respond with. I have no reserves, so everything's on the table. It's a lot of stuff, but it's everything on the table. Okay, so in this turn I got 15 points for primary because I held on to this one, the center, and this one, that one, and this objective, not the center. And I don't want to lose the center anymore in this game, so I'm gonna actually put my combi weapon in 10, which I probably should have done last turn, but I was a bit worried on the shooting that can come his way from the bikes. So yeah, the bikes had another plan. Now we realize that. So what did I do? I've advanced all 3 of my dreadnoughts using the Devastated Doctrine. Yes, Devastated Doctrine for my doctrine. I did draw.
Didn't draw.
I did draw the Engage on all fronts and Sabotage. So Sabotage is going to be performed by those guys over there, and these guys over here as well. I think.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, Sabotage is only 1. Yeah, 1 unit from here. Yeah, so only 1 Sabotage is going to go off.
But you can decide it in your shooting.
Yeah, I can decide which one does that later. But both of these guys, I don't care about their shooting.
Are capable
yes,
of doing that.
Definitely. And engage on all fronts, I'm already engaging on all fronts, so unless something changes, I should get points for that as well. About my movement, so 3 of the ballistas advancing. Unfortunately, because of how I rolled, I will only be able to see 1 Hekaton with 1 ballista, so not ideal, far worse than I was hoping for, and that's because I stayed back really well, and my dreadnoughts were like in this corner over here, so that's why in my competitive list I have the 16-man unit of Inceptors, because that makes it almost impossible for my opponent to guarantee being hidden from like my entire army. And I also have the Repulsor with 6 Eradicators, which can actually go 10 inches plus the 3-inch disembark, and that's usually enough to see at least like with front Eradicators some stuff. So yeah, I have some of those like faster units that can help. But in this case, unfortunately, we're a bit limited on the speed, even with the doctrines. So we have to make do with what we have. Calgar's unit is actually gonna just annihilate, bring to non-existence, pound into dust the unit of bikes, which I would really want them. Yeah, that's mean, but I would really want them to be fighting something else. It's not ideal that we're gonna be fighting this very cheap unit, but there's nothing else for us to charge so far, and in how they're positioned, I cannot even really declare a charge against something inside there. Like I can kill the bikes with shooting and then try to charge the Hekaton, which probably is worth a try, but it's still gonna be a very long charge, like a 9, I think. So yeah, and I rolled a 4 on the advance, so it was really already a pretty good roll. There was no point in re-rolling that for a CP. I have 5, by the way.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate this beautiful painting.
Oh, you mean the Calgar? Yeah, he's
just look at that.
Yeah, he's really, really amazing. I love this set of Calgar plus Victory
Look at this
card.
model. It's
That's actually, thank you, I appreciate that. That's actually our diamond tier model. So yeah, it's not really perfect sliding here for him, but as you can see, there's all the non-metallic metal on the shield and the amazing gradients on the cloak. Yeah, so it's great. And what I love about the, what's his name, Calgar?
Calgar, yeah.
What I love about the Calgar is this servitor we have scanning some sort of Xenos skull on the base, which is a part of what we can do for the clients, is conversions like that. So yeah, definitely check out our website. The link is going to be in the description. And again, another shameless plug. Well, in this case by Anna, not by me.
Yeah, I cannot.
So first let's start with shooting the ballistas into the Hekaton. Hekaton is going to be my #1 elf of moment target, and we'll see if I get to #2 because I have to nominate it now. So let's say my second target is going to be the Terminators. Okay. So the first let's shoot the Hekaton. Actually, can I see the Terminators with the back ballistas? No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
The second one, let's see. Okay, so the two last...
You actually cannot see it with this guy. You can only see it with this one.
Okay, the two shots of the last cannon into the Hekaton they hit, and 1 wounds. AP -3, so you are 4 up safe with cover. Ah, shit. And 2 cracked missiles. Rerolling, 2, 1. It's actually not a wound because, yeah.
You are shooting at what?
Hekaton. Didn't do anything. And the Stormbolter, so 2 shots, wounding on a 6, reroll, no. Okay, the ballistas didn't do anything. Now the ballistas that can shoot the Terminators into them.
I remember about this strength above my toughness thing.
Yes, thank you actually, good catch. So 2 hits with the last cannons and would have been a wound.
But yeah, but
unfortunately not, so 1 wound only. It's AP3, so you are in cover, that's 4 up save. It kills a guy.
Okay.
And 2 crack missiles. 1 hits and doesn't wound. That's unfortunate. We did not do that much with all the stuff we tried. Now the Invictor, his heavy bolter, everything into the Terminators. Let's do that. Wait, maybe everything into the Hekaton. No, AP1 is, well, they are also 2+ save. Yeah, let's do everything into Hekaton. So 3 shots of the heavy bolter. Actually, 1 wound from the heavy bolter. AP1, so nothing. AP nothing. Oh, it's 2 damage. Okay.
I actually want to shoot you now.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You want to do the reactive reprisal, something like that. Yeah. So 2 CP.
Because I have like 4 CPs and I just want to spend them.
Okay, you have to give me the chance to finish my shooting first.
Okay.
But we know that you will be shooting me after that. So the autocannon. That's actually sad that you'll be shooting at me. Reroll, okay. And I'm wounding you. Oh, actually, I said 1 wound with the heavy bolter. It's actually 2 because you're +1 to wound. Still, you're auto moment target. Okay, okay. 2 more damage.
Yeah, it's...
Got unlucky. And my autocannon did wound you once. So please roll another 1 there.
No, I don't want to.
I do.
Блять.
You did roll another 1. Wow, that's very unlucky. So it's 3 damage actually. I did much more than I was hoping
3
for.
3 damage?
Yeah, it's an autocannon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So -7 wounds?
-7 wounds, yeah. So he's down to 9 wounds. He's 16 wounds. Starts at 16. And I was not prepared for that, to be honest. I forgot what else I have. D6 shots with the frag launcher. Reroll. Yeah, it was the right call to shoot at the Hekaton because the rerolls are really helpful. Nothing, and the Stormbolter, which is the heavy stubber, sorry, it's 6 shots. Okay. 4 hits and wounding on this one. 1 wound, AP nothing. Okay, so it's good. Yeah, the Invictor really did do some work there.
You got lucky.
Yeah, I got very lucky there, I know. Yeah, I have to use what I get.
So now I shoot?
Yes, now you shoot at me.
Okay.
I hope you won't kill me. That would be very embarrassing.
I hope I will kill you.
Well, I'm sure you do.
D3?
D3. Ah. Yeah. It's a shame. I wish it was just sustained too, to be honest.
Can we just...
Can we negotiate?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Cannot.
Okay.
Can't buy me.
Okay.
Okay, so you are not gonna actually get any sustained here.
Why?
Because I am within 12 now. Conversion only works outside of 12. So it's only 1 hit. Fortunately. Yes. It's a 4, I know.
Critical.
Yeah. It would be if I was far enough. So yeah, only 1 hit. Does a wound on a 3+. Yes, 5 up. It doesn't go through.
What?
Yeah, we rolled a 6.
But yeah.
Yeah. So your 2 CP were wasted, apparently. Well, not yet, to be honest. There's a lot of shooting left. 6 shots from the bolt cannons.
No.
Yes.
Yes, from the cannons. Okay.
6 shots from the cannons, hitting on 3s. That's actually 6 hits. Oh, no, 5 hits
No.
because of sustained 1. It has sustained 1.
Yeah.
And wounding on... this guy doesn't have any +1, any tokens, right?
No,
okay.
nothing.
So, yeah, you have...
6 fives.
5s, yeah. 5s reroll. Reroll the 4 that are not wounds. Okay, that's 3 wounds. So 3 AP1s, that's 4 damage taken. And now your autocannon. I'm down to 7. Your autocannon is 6 shots as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good roll. And wounding on 5s. 5s.
Yeah, still 5s.
1.
1.
Passes. Okay, so
Okay,
you've
that
done
was absolutely useless.
4 damage. Yeah, not great. Could have been much worse, but you got unlucky on the main gun there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can do the Space Marine shooting. Continue with that. Let's actually measure how far is the charge for Calgar into the Hekaton through the building. This ballistas, everything he has into the bikes, because now there is a point in killing them. My 9-inch charge from Calgar into the Hekaton is still possible. So 2 shots of the last cannon, 2 hits, 2 wounds, AP -3. So you don't have cover actually. No, you do. You do have cover. So you have
6s?
6s, yeah, 6s to say.
No.
Okay, that's first bike dead, second bike dead. So two bikes dead. I guess you're probably going to leave the one with the extra wound.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he will get everything from my Calgar squad, because I advanced, but I still can shoot thanks to Calgar. So his gauntlets first. So 4 shots from his gauntlets of Ultramar, all hit, and wounding on 5s with full rerolls because of the twin links. So 3 wounds at AP1, and you still have cover. So your 4-up saves.
Okay.
Not bad.
1 failed.
So he has 2 wounds remaining. Yeah. Now I'll do the pistol from the sergeant of the Blade Guard squad. So it's 2 shots. I think the Volkite is 2 shots. And wounding on 5 works. So you have 1 save at AP0. It was actually only 1 shot, so on the 4-up I did shoot, yes. Because I rolled 2 dice instead of 1. So yeah, 1 save.
No.
Yeah, you fail it. So it's 2 damage, it's gonna kill the bike.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so the way is free. Calgar gets another judgment token, but he cannot get any more than 2, so... he's just extra hated at that. Now, the shooting over there. So I actually did not advance, so I can shoot the bikes, which I think they have like 2 shots each with a bolt rifle. Yeah, I'll shoot the bikes into the Hekaton, even though it feels weird, but it's the thing that I have rerolls against and +1 to wound, so it might do something. So I'm gonna hit with everything, and I'm gonna wound on 5s with full rerolls because it's twin linked, the bolt rifles. Wow. Okay.
Everything?
Everything wounds from the bolt rifles from the Outriders. That was a very wise choice, apparently. It kind of helps me here by rolling a few ones. And please be a good girl. Roll a bunch of ones for me.
What's your
Can
AP?
you do that?
No.
No?
I cannot, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
That means you're a bad girl. So
I am.
AP1, AP0 now. So you have to roll 2s.
Yeah.
Well, that means you're a
Sorry.
certified bad girl.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Okay, well, it was a very impressive roll though. I was very happy with it. The jump back into assassin's, they did advance, they cannot shoot. The Calgar has shot. Guilliman, he doesn't see anyone, I think. Oh, actually advanced him. So yeah, he cannot shoot as well. Okay. It's weird that he cannot advance and shoot. I think that he should have that assault on his gauntlet. It would make more sense. The Incurses don't see anyone. Why?
He's just, he's blades a Primarch.
Yeah,
like,
he's that.
Like,
exactly how you said it.
This. Yeah.
So that is it. Let's charge. I'm first gonna charge with my Calgar's unit because I need the CP reroll on him. Yes, I need the CP reroll on him. So, and I need to charge into the Hekaton. It's a 10. I'm sorry, Anna. Sorry, the game seems to be going in the wrong direction for you. Now the Invictor into the Hekaton and the Terminators. So 5 is going to be enough. So he's going to move up like that.
Oh heck.
Yeah, oh heck. And I'm going to use Tank Shock on him, even though it's a bad Tank Shock. It's only 8 dice, but still I think I need all the help I can get at that point. So 5s to do mortals. I do 3 mortal wounds to it. How many wounds does
9.
it have? 9 remaining?
Yes.
So it's 9
6.
minus 3,
Down
6.
to 6.
Okay, so there is a chance for us to finish it off. Unfortunately, from this squad, I'm pretty sure I'm only going to be able to like put in maybe 2, 3 maybe models with a 10-inch.
I don't think so.
We'll measure very carefully now. I have a 10-inch charge and I have a pile-in, but yeah, it's not enough space there to fit many models. Okay, so the charge went ahead. I got very lucky there that Anna was unlucky on the rolls on the saves, and also to roll a 9-inch charge was really
Yes.
unusual. So
Yeah.
the game was going in first in Space Marines direction, then in Votann's direction. Now it's back to Space Marines initiative. We'll see what happens next. But first of all, let's fight with Calgar. Anna, are you going to use the -1 AP?
Yes.
So you think it's still worth it? Calgar has 6 attacks, 8, 3, 3, with 4 rolls to hit and wound and +1 to wound. So
Yes.
he's probably killing the tank anyways, even with -1 AP. You still want that chance. Okay, I got it. So you're down to 1 command point. 1, 3. And 6 attacks from Calgar. By the way, only Calgar and the 2 bodyguard made it into combat. Everything else just didn't have any space, so they're
Yeah,
way
they're on the
back.
first floor. It's just
And yeah, by the way, they're on the first floor. They're just for cinematic purposes. I imagine them like jumping up here and then jumping down onto the tank and trying to cut it into bits. So all hits from Calgar, and wounding on his strength 8, so 5s to 4s. Okay, so that's 3 wounds so far. Oh, okay, only 3 wounds. Only 3 wounds. There's a chance. Anna
And,
needs to roll.
5,
You're a 4 up save now
4.
with all the modifiers. Okay, so that's 2 passed. You can actually re-roll that 3 if you want to.
what's your damage?
Damage 3. So you would have 3 wounds remaining. And I have these 2 guys. They have 5 attacks each at 5 to 2. So I would need 2 of them to kill your tank.
Okay, yeah.
You think you want to reroll? Okay, last CP. Good luck, Anna. 4 up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
wow.
goes up. Well, that's great. So I did nothing actually, apart from spending your CP, of course. So yeah, you see
That's something.
that armor of contempt really paid off. Even though it's not gonna work until against Invictor,
Yeah.
which
But
is
I don't mind.
yeah, but that's still worth it. And now the bodyguard. So they're 10 attacks.
But it will be working against your bodyguard.
Yes.
Because
They
they're
count
whole
as a
unit,
unit. Yeah.
okay.
So wounding is first hitting on 2s because they are cooler than blade guard. They fight better, and wounding on will be wounding on
Toughness
6s,
12.
on 6s and 5s now because of the +1. Okay, so 3 wounds. AP 2 back to AP 1.
Oh,
so you have
I
3
have
plus.
3 plus 6.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, as I said, hackathons are very
Yes.
resilient.
I can see that.
Okay, did
Wow.
nothing. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So only the Invictor has done the chance now to do something, to be the
And
hero the
he won't
Imperium
do
needs.
anything.
Well,
Absolutely nothing.
don't say that, because as you can see, this is the Space Wolves Invictor, the one that is the best in combat. So he even has a shield on his back. His comrades told him that he probably won the shield on the front, because that's where most of the attacks come from. But he said everything in front I can kill myself. It's the shots in the back that I'm worried about. So that's why he has the shield. I just made that up. So 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, all hit. Bad news for you. Bad news for you. And I'm strength 14, so I'm actually wounding you on 2s.
You have +1 to wound?
Yes, all wound.
Because of the oath.
Yes, and all wound, Anna.
Oh my
5.
God.
Yeah.
What's
So
your AP?
AP 2, and it's
So it's 4s.
forced to save. Yes. So
And
you
what's
need
your
to roll.
damage?
You need to roll damage 3. You
Oh
need
my
to roll
God.
4 out of 5 force to survive. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. I believe in you. Let's see if you can do that. Oh, what a shame. Just 1 off. What a shame. Such a shame. If you got just 1 more, you would have survived.
Yeah.
Well.
What about the explosion?
Yeah, does it explode? No. Okay, so the hackathon is no more. Now you have to disembark your berserkers, which they are going to be a big problem for me next turn, but that's going to be next turn. Okay, so the tank has been removed. The guys inside have disembarked. The berserkers are ready to pounce on their prey.
Oopsie.
Anna is judging the Invictor for his
Oh yeah.
his bad behavior. He killed one of the Hekatons, and the dwarves, as we know, they like their Hekatons. This one, right? It's not.
Yes,
Okay.
it's dead.
It's dead. Okay. So the Terminators now will get a chance to pile in and fight against the Invictor, which, by the way, has only 8 wounds remaining. So wait, no, not 8. No, it's the wrong number. Sorry. Okay, so Anna has piled in, and you now have your champion, your sergeant, essentially, and 3 more guys to fight. 7 wounds. If you want, you can start with the damage 3 one because.
Yes, I will start with the hammer.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hitting on
it's gonna
threes.
be 3s because of the judgment token.
Good thing too.
Okay.
2 hits and wounding on
3s.
3s. Okay, 2 wounds or 1 wound.
1 wound. AP minus 1.
I pass it. I'm sorry.
Could you not?
I'm sorry. If you want, you can actually fight with the. No, you cannot now.
So 3
with the champion.
times 2, 6.
Yes, 6 attacks with the gauntlets. You want to have like a 3 at the end of this fight because the champion has the 3 damage hammer.
2 plus?
No, it's actually not 3 damage. It's d6 plus 1. That's something. Yeah. Oh, good roll, Anna. Yes. Good thing that this guy has killed the Hekaton. Otherwise, you would have missed with everything. Oh no, they actually hit on 3s.
3s, yes.
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
so
2
they
plus.
would hit on 2s.
Okay, so 3s as well.
Okay, 3. That's good.
Okay.
So yeah, you want me to fail 2 of these?
Minus 2.
I failed 3 of these actually.
Okay.
So
damage
he's down to
each.
1 wound remaining.
Wow.
And now the champion needs to finish the job. Actually, what is his mortal wounds thing? Does it only go off on the charge roll? I think when you charge, I think it does. I think it doesn't work when you just pile in.
Each time this model ends a charge move, you can select one enemy or unit with an engagement. Yeah, I should have done that.
No, you did not charge.
Oh no, I did not charge.
Yeah. So you just went into combat because you were charged, not charged yourself.
Okay, he has 3 attacks.
3 attacks, yes, but he hits on 2s?
Because no, he hits on 3s,
3s but 2s, okay.
on.
Okay, good, all hits. Wounding on?
Wounding on...
Strength 12?
Yes.
Okay, so wounding on 3s. Good. No devastating wounds, right?
No devastating wounds.
Okay, so what's AP?
Minus 2.
Minus 2.
Wow.
Wow, okay. What is the damage of that?
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1 each. Okay, let's see how far into the stratosphere does the champion send the head of the pilot.
Yeah, but he's dead anyways.
Yeah, definitely, he's very dead. Okay, it was a very calculated strike.
It's not that good.
Not that good, but still amazing.
So
it's still
3 plus
It's still 6 plus 3, 9 damage. Wow. Okay, does it explode? No. Okay, so the last of the Invictors is no more, and you can actually pile in, consolidate now if you want to. Yeah, actually, and I cannot consolidate, she just corrected me because she can't go anywhere into combat or something like that. It's too far from anything. Okay, so I lost an Invictor in my own turn. That's not great news, but I did kill a Hekaton, which is what we were aiming for.
But actually,
yes.
I think it's even better for me.
You think so?
Yeah, because you came to me.
Yes, I did. So
guy.
you'll now have a pretty good turn to figure out what you want to do, and I think the fight back on this one can be very painful for the Space Marines.
Oh yeah.
We'll see now next turn. The start of Anna's turn is going to be 33 to 15 points, because I did get 15 points in my turn, and I already have my engage and sabotage. We'll see what Anna draws in her turn. Okay, so Anna has come up with another genius plan to try to... What?
Hideous plan.
Hideous plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So what are you planning to do with my poor Space Marines?
Well, first of all, I've drawn engage in all fronts,
okay,
which I will discard at the end of this turn.
You're not going to go for engaging?
Turn my
my turn. Your legs are too short to get to the other side of the board, to the other quarter.
My legs are not short.
Of course, your army's legs.
Yeah. No prisoners.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good, I think. And my plan is brokers.
Brokers? You like to call them brokers?
Yeah, they're here.
Thunderkin.
They arrived.
They arrived from reserve.
They were at feast.
At a feast?
Yes, at a feast.
They're feasting, okay. And now they've been called to serve their league because there are 3 dreadnoughts there, and we don't like dreadnoughts on our soil.
Yes, so my plan is to shoot from here to here.
Okay, into this guy?
Yes, and I will use stratagem that gives me a sustained hits too.
Sustained hits too, okay, because these are the 2 ballistas that have 2 judgment tokens on them. So
yes.
a lot of judgment on these two guys.
Yes, these two tanks will be shooting at this guy.
Okay, to kill him as well.
And if I don't kill him, I will probably charge
with the
this
Terminators.
squad, yes,
And get to this objective.
And get to this objective.
Mm-hmm.
These guys with the champion, they will be charging. These 4 guys, including Cal, will be shooting here because they cannot see these guys.
Okay.
These guys will be shooting here, and these guys will be shooting here. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. It sounds like a very solid plan to me, and I don't like it. And that's a good thing to hear from your opponent, I think.
Yeah, and actually, these Terminators will be shooting here as well.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about that part over there? Did you what's your plan there? You want to secure that flank?
Yes, as I said before.
Did you?
Yes.
I didn't
they disembarked.
Okay.
So they'll be moving here, as you can see.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And this part of the squad will be shooting here, and this part of the squad will be shooting there.
Into the Calgaris squad. Okay, that's awesome. Where are you starting? Here?
Let's start, yes.
Over there?
Brokers.
Okay, so you're brokers. You're spending 1 CP on making them, on giving them sustained hits too.
Exactly.
And they're gonna get +1 to hit and +1 to wound against the ballistas.
D6.
This is, by the way, a ballistas from the Salamanders, as you can see by his freehand on his armor piece. So yeah, he's a 3rd company Salamanders. So you want to have a really good roll on those D6.
Yeah.
At least average. At least average. You don't need them like the best roll. You just need average. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good roll. So it's 11 plus 2, 13.
11 plus 4, 15, 18, 21.
21, hitting on 3s with sustain 2. That's gonna hurt. And I'm definitely gonna use the Armor of Contempt there because I have too many command points.
It won't help you.
More command points than I can spend. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have 3 plus save there, so it should help me somewhat.
Okay.
Winning, yeah. First you actually hit. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Every 6 counts like. Oh, you only rolled 2 6s. That's unfortunate. Okay, so these can come back, and that 2 goes away because of the 2 6s. So you've hit 20 times? Yeah, 20 times.
Actually, more.
More? Okay.
No, 20.
Yeah. Wounding on 2s now.
I see at least 4 once.
Okay, 16. 16 save. Okay, so 3s to save. I have no cover, but I have Armor of Contempt. And we'll see if that helps me much. I think this is actually him dead. Yes, because he has 12 wounds, so that's 12.
12, yeah, exactly.
It's 14, actually 14, yeah. And even if I reroll 1,
right?
yes, even if I reroll 1, it's still gonna be him dead. So just enough, even with Armor of Contempt. I was thinking that they're gonna just completely obliterate the ballistas, but if he was a Redemptor, he would not care about this.
Yeah.
But ballistas does care. So does it explode? It doesn't, but it did look scary for a second. So yeah, this ballistas is no more. Now you have my
tanks.
Hekatons to shoot.
Yeah.
So which one? Closest one or furthest one for me?
It
doesn't matter which one you want.
Let's start with this one.
Okay, everything into this guy.
Yes.
Okay. So your conversion beamer, which is 12 inches away, so
okay,
D3.
Let's roll D3.
Yeah, you want another 1, please. Thank you.
Okay.
That's great. 2 shots, hitting on 4, no, 3s.
3s.
Yeah, 3s.
3s?
3s, yes. He hits on 4's base and 3s. Okay, so that's again...
+2.
+2, yeah. So it's 3 hits. And wounding on 2s. No, not 2s.
Not
They're
2s.
toughness 10. You're strength 10?
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, I think you're strength 10. Are you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're wounding on 3s. Cool. So 2 wounds, and I have AP. You're AP2, right?
Yes. 2.
Okay, so 2 saves, 1 fail, and 1 pass. So 4 damage on the ballistas. Not bad. Not bad. At least as long as 4 damage goes in, you're good. So he's down to 8 wounds remaining. I'll put the marker on him.
6 shots with the cannon.
Yes, no, not the bolt cannon.
No.
Which one?
MATR.
MATR autocannon. Okay, the one that doesn't have sustained and the one that doesn't have twin link. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm like, can you please show them how you were mixing the dice? What's this technique called? What's that off the belly technique? We need to coin the term.
Yeah, it's because I don't want them to,
What? To do what? Really, I don't understand what. To jump off your hand?
Off in my head, yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah, like that. It's perfect. Okay, so you have hit 4 times. Okay,
Yeah.
and actually, these are not sustained. Okay.
Nothing.
And nothing.
Fires.
Force because of +1.
Force. Oh yeah, force. 2.
2. Okay, 2, 3 plus because they're AP1. So
AP1, yeah.
yeah, all good. And the ballistas, bolt
Yeah.
cannon. These ones actually have these sustained.
Sorry, I can't help it.
So all hit.
Yeah.
And wounding on force again because I'm T10. And reroll the
3
fails.
and
Reroll the fails. Okay, so 4 wounds. I have 3 plus save. Okay, so 1 fail. You are AP1, right?
yes.
Okay,
AP1.
so AP1, ignoring cover. So yeah, 1
2
fail,
damage.
2 damage, 6 wounds remaining on this guy.
Okay.
And you have a whole nother Hekaton to shoot.
Yes. Let's roll D3.
Let's roll D3. Okay, 2 again. Try to hit with 2 this time. 2 force. That'd be cool. No, okay, same result, so 3 hits. 3 hits and wounding on 3s with +1. Okay, again, the same result. And it's actually this time 2 fails. And that's unfortunate because it's gonna kill the ballistas. But I'm gonna try to not give
die?
you this victory. And I'm gonna use the free reroll from the Guilliman to reroll it. Unfortunately, didn't work out. So does it explode? No.
Okay.
So this ballistas is also dead. Judgment
Sorry.
token goes away. So we've lost 2 dreadnoughts so far.
Because they still hate you.
Oh, I still hate you. Even in
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I got stuck there. Even in the grave, you still
Yes.
hate our guts. Okay. What else? You have these Terminators now to shoot, so you can shoot them either maybe like into Guilliman if you want to, or you can. No, yeah, you can't shoot Guilliman.
I want to shoot
This
here.
this
yes.
squad. Okay, we'll do that. So first, the grenade launchers from these
Yes.
guys into Calgar's squad.
46.
The building there is now going to be peppered with
10,
a lot of
14.
shrapnel.
14 and +4.
18 shots, and they're going to be hitting. What's their ballistic skill?
Their ballistic skill is 3.
3. Okay, so hitting on 2s. Hitting on 2s. Okay, all but 1. That's
Okay.
good. And wounding on 4s because I am
What's your
T.
toughness?
No, actually, I am T4 with this
So
unit.
on 3s
On 3s, yeah.
because of the judgment token. So,
Oh wow, that's a lot.
okay,
Do you mind if I use your dice?
yes.
You mind?
No, I don't. Always confusing.
Okay. Wow, that's very bad.
Yeah.
1 guy dead, and 2 guys dead. That's unfortunate because it's gonna kill 2 of my blade guard, which I really like. So Anna, I'm starting to judge you actually now. I'm getting a lot of hate
Sorry.
built up. So now your disintegrators, your Volkai disintegrators, that's 3 shots per guy, so it's 12 shots. Hitting on 2s. Okay, 2 ones. And wounding on 2s actually, because you're strength 5. And the 6s are devastating wounds. So 2 devastating wounds.
Okay.
And how many remaining? How many
6.
wounds? 6 wounds. That's in addition to the.
In addition, yeah.
Okay, so 3 plus saves actually. Okay, so it's gonna kill another guy and put another wound on another one of the blade guard. That's unfortunate. I don't like that. Okay, so 1 wound on this guy. So he has actually 2 wounds. 2 wounds left. So yeah, and your champion can actually
yes.
shoot. So he has 4 shots.
Yes.
With his
Can be
bolter.
bolter.
Can be bolter. I like can be bolter. What was that?
Can be bolter. Okay.
4 shots hitting on 2s.
Where my can be bolter.
With your can be bolter, yes. And wounding on 3s.
Yes.
I'm T4, so it's 3s.
Okay.
Okay.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
AP 0.
AP 0 again. What about
Can be
this
bolter.
save? Yeah, so another wound. Down to 1 wound on this guy. So yeah, this is a very much wounded unit now. 3
Yeah.
models left. 1 model almost dead again.
Let's
Which
sh-
you'll probably finish him off with this unit. Or you want to shoot the champion?
Yes, I want to shoot the champion.
Okay, 4 more shots. Could have shot them all together.
Yeah.
Bless you. And wounding on 3s. Okay, so 4 more. Are we gonna fail one of these? We're gonna fail 2. So this guy is gonna go, and this guy is gonna have 2 wounds remaining. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can shoot your.
These guys.
Yeah. So it's 4, I think, right?
Yes,
The
4.
Cull and 3 guys.
Cull and 3 guys, yes.
Okay, so those are Iron Blasters.
What's their profile?
Okay, so 3 shots with the Iron Blasters into the Cull guys unit.
3s.
It's actually they hit in the
Yes,
force. Okay, because of the +1 hit. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. Yes. Okay, 1 wound. Let's see.
AP
4 up.
-2.
Yeah, 4 up, invulnerable save.
Okay.
So does not go through. And your Culls, 4 shots. Well, you don't.
Vulnerable save.
The squad has a 4 up invulnerable save each model.
Really?
Yeah, of course. You're shooting at me with AP 1 and 0 stuff, and I was rolling like 2s and 1s.
Okay.
So yeah, not great. Cull again with the 4 bolter shots. Combi bolter.
Yes.
Combi.
Combi bolters, yes.
You hit it with everything,
yes.
and now the wound roll. 3 stone. Okay,
Yeah,
so
everything.
4 wounds.
4.
Let's see. There's a guy on 2 wounds remaining. He suffers another wound, but he doesn't die yet, at least. So yeah, the squad is much less dangerous now than it was. And the rest of the unit of the Hekaton Warriors are gonna shoot at the Outriders, right?
Yes. 5 shots with Iron Blasters and
Yes.
2 special weapons.
Special weapons: Magna Rail, Magna Coil Rifle, and the L7 launcher.
Yes.
L7 launcher. Okay, so first the 5 shots into the Outriders. Okay, that's 4 hits. Yeah, they're hitting on force base. So. Oh wait, they don't have tokens on it. Yes.
Yes.
The Outriders are not hated yet, so
So
you
3.
only hit 3 times. And wounding on the
5?
T5. Yeah, so you're wounding on force.
Why force? 5?
You're strength 5.
No.
You're strength 5 in the plasma, yes. Okay, so 3. Okay, that's 2. And 1 fail. So 1 Outrider loses 1 wound, so he has 3 wounds remaining. Okay, L7 launcher, 1 shot, hitting on a 4.
No.
Fortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, did not
And rifle.
hit. Rifle, yeah, maybe you'll finish him off with a big
It's
shot.
actually 5 plus
center mass.
ballistic skill.
Yeah, 5 plus
So
ballistic
it's-
skill. You need a 5. Okay, yeah, not a great volley
And
from you
we
guys.
have Terminators.
The Terminators, yes. So they're a bunch of shots with grenade launchers.
5.
So 15. No,
No,
you're
5d6.
5d6, yeah, you're
Yes.
starting with the grenade launchers.
Yes.
Okay, 5d6 into the bikes.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
3,
It's
8,
not,
11, 16. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually, I think it's average. Almost average. Cool, 16 hitting on 3s, because they hit 3's base. Okay, and wounding on 5s, because I'm strength 4. Yeah, 5s to wound. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 wounds. So 3 saves. 1, 2. Okay, so you do 2 damage to the spike. You have a prime target to finish him off with the Volkites. 15 shots. So
3.
that's the hit roll.
Yes.
Okay. Wounding on force.
It's a devastating wound.
No. That was the on wound roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yes.
Okay, and that's where you want all the 6s. Okay, so 1 6 and 1 normal wound, right?
Yes.
So normal wound, it doesn't go through, but the devastating wound actually finishes off the Space Wolf Outrider. So yeah, you killed 1 bike, probably less than I expected, but still you have quite a good charge in front of you, so you
And
should
4
be able
shots with the champion.
Oh yes, of course. Maybe you'll put a dent into another bike. Okay, all hit. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. Saves. All saved. Okay. So is that the end of the shooting phase?
Yes. it
Okay,
is.
now we'll proceed into the charge phase. And yeah, it should be interesting. I really want to know how much damage you can do with the guys there. What's the name? The Berserkers. Okay, so everyone has charged in. The Berserkers and the Terminators are now in combat with Marnius's squad. Everyone has reached their target, and this Terminator unit has reached both the jump packing successes and the bikers. Unfortunately, the Hekaton Warriors did not make it into combat, but probably would not make a big impact anyways. So that is the start of the fight phase.
Yes.
Before that, the mortal wounds on the champion here and there.
And there. Yeah.
And there, actually, yes. Two pluses here and 1 2 plus
No.
there.
Actually, he can do that too.
Yeah, of course. His
I
ability.
thought he needs to be in the...
No. That you're confusing that with the charge reroll.
Okay.
He can only reroll charges if he's leading a squad.
Okay,
So where is
2+ here.
2+ here, okay.
Into the bikes.
Into the bikes, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so it goes out, D3 mortals.
2.
2 mortal wounds, okay. Next, over here. Which one do you want? The lone one?
Here.
It doesn't really matter, but it's just cool to know. I rolled the 1, unfortunately. And the second one? Okay, that's D3. 1. Is there a wounded guy there? Yes, there's actually one guy on 1 wounded remaining. Okay, so yeah, this guy. Okay, so unfortunately that's not a lot of models left in this unit. Cool, and you now can decide where you want to fight.
I want to start here.
I don't recommend that because I have CPs to interrupt, and I will.
Okay.
So you want to strike through and strike hard with the first unit, which probably
the berserkers.
The berserkers, yeah. Actually, you could not do the berserkers because they have fight on death, but it's only on a 4-up, so I still would do berserkers first.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have 10 guys,
yes.
10 times 3, 30. Yes.
30 attacks, yes. And I will actually spend 1 CP to give myself armor contempt for the berserkers, against the berserkers. So you will only be AP1 on those concussion
Could you
rolls.
please give me 14 dice?
14 dice?
Yes.
You're missing 14 dice? Okay, so unfortunately Anna didn't have the extra CP to give them a +1, +2 in this case AP from the stratagem, but I think that she's gonna be fine. So yes, please to hit. Are they hitting on force base?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, force.
Oh shit, that's bad. I was hoping for them to hit on 3s. And wounding on 2s because this is the +1 to wound target.
Yes.
It's the double judge target. Okay. You don't want the 1s. This is cocked.
Okay.
Okay. One more one. So that's 5, 10, 15, and 12. Sorry, 17. 17 wounds against my poor squad. There's only 1 actual blade guard left, so I have to roll them 1 by 1 until he dies, and then I can roll all at once because the other remaining models have 2+ saves. So first, for the blade guard, he survives. He survives. That's the pile with all the wounds. 4 up again, survives. Well, okay. Okay, he dies now.
Yeah.
I will spend the CP to reroll that. Is that cocked? Was that cocked?
I don't know.
Your call, Anna.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll reroll it. Okay, he dies. So now that he's dead, now I can roll all at the same time. And this is gonna be 3s because they are AP1. Okay, not great still, because it's 1 Victrix, 2 Victrix dead, 3 damage on Calgar, 6 damage on Calgar. And if my memory serves me well, I think Calgar has 6 wounds. And are you sad that Calgar is no more?
Yes.
You don't look like you're sad. You don't mean it, no?
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding.
Because I love you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I love you too. So the I got distracted. So, the unit unfortunately is no more. So we lost a very big chunk of our army, and who knew that 30 attacks with damage 3 with +1 to hit and +1 to wound is gonna do a lot of bad to anything in Warhammer, let alone stuff with 3 wounds. Over here the guys are not close enough to the objective to make it with a consolidation, so they'll have to stay where they are. But this combat over here is still ongoing, and I could interrupt now, but to be honest I don't feel like it. Because
What's the point?
I don't really believe that my jump back intercessors can do that much against the 2+ armor Terminators. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. So your
Let's start
attacks,
with the hammer.
where are you allocating what?
So the champion will be fighting into bikes.
Okay, fight into bikes.
As well as the sergeant.
Sergeant, okay, and everyone else?
And everyone else into your jumpy
boys?
Jumpy boys.
Jumpy boys, okay, well, that's good. Where are you starting?
I'll start with my sergeant.
Sergeant. Sergeant. I love that.
I'm just a girl.
I love that. I love how you're saying things. I also make mistakes all the time, so don't worry. 3 attacks with the sergeant.
Yeah, force.
Okay, well, on 1 hit. You only need 1 hit, to be honest.
Okay.
No pressure. Okay, but you needed that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a shame. What else? What else do you have? You want to do the champion?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think you technically have to do the champion now, but
What
you
do you
can. I mean, you can choose to fight with the other guys.
No, I want to fight with champion.
Okay, so he also has 3 attacks. His hammer is bigger though than the sergeant.
He has 3 plus ballistic skill, right?
3 plus weapon skill, yes.
Weapon skill, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's on 3s.
3s.
Oh shit!
It didn't help me.
Yeah, well.
Okay, 3s.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 wound.
So you passed?
Yeah,
Oh.
so you're not AP4 definitely, so yeah, so
That's
6.
very unfortunate because now I can do nothing about you bikes.
And yeah, unfortunately the bikes will have a chance to strike, though bikes are not that scary in combat, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I understand, but still it's...
It's annoying, I get it. And 8 attacks with your concussion gauntlets. Hitting on 3s. That Terminator squad apparently was sleeping inside the Hekaton, and when they were called for duty, they're still sleepy.
3.
3
AP2.
AP2, okay, so it's 5 up saves. Well, you kill 3 guys. At least that's something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the sergeant is gonna survive that, of course. Sergeant never dies first. So yeah, 3 guys dead, 2 remaining, and I'll now fight back. Fighting back with the sergeant. 3 attacks, 3 hits against the Terminators. Wounding on, it's gonna be 4s actually, because I'm higher strength than your toughness. So
What's your AP?
AP2.
Okay.
Kills a guy. So whichever one, not the sergeant you want, and the bikes now. 8 attacks from the bikes again into the squad. So all but 1 hit. And wounding on 5s this time. 3 wounds. 3 wounds AP1.
Okay.
You have 3 plus saves. Okay, another guy dead. There are 2 wounds each. Anna, what did you accomplish? This was a very, very massive turn for you because you did kill a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, I believe that I killed 2 ballistas.
Yeah, you killed 2 ballistas dreadnoughts, you killed the whole squad with Calgar, and you did a lot of damage to my jumpback intercessors. So yeah, quite a great result.
I gained 6. No, 5.
5, yeah, you get max for no prisoners and you will discard engage.
Yes.
So you get 1 CP and 2 CP at the start of my turn.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so I did draw recover assets and no prisoners. So I need to kill stuff and I need to do action in no man's land and deployment zone, which I'm gonna do with the intercessors and the combi open lieutenant. Over there, my 5-man squad, the fresh one, has flown to help their brothers with the Terminators, where the 2 remaining guys have actually fallen back onto the home, not home, but the closest to home, no man's land objective. So yeah, we have had this change. In terms of doctrines, I gave Guilliman Advance the Charge doctrine for 1 CP, and I gave those guys fall back in charge. So the whole army can now fall back in charge. Doesn't really matter which way I do it, but just in this case, I decided this combination. So Guilliman rolled a 4 on his advance, so now he's within 6-inch charge range of both Hekatons. So we'll see if he can make it into combat. These guys are closing in on the Brocknir Thunderkin. Brokers, as I call them.
Yeah.
And much easier, yeah, definitely. And this dreadnought has moved up, which Anna wants to overwatch him now, so she'll do that momentarily. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. So not a great situation on the board in terms of the model count for the Space Marines. However, in terms of points, he's lagging behind substantially. It's now 48 to 20, which will get her home objective again. So it'll be 25 at the start of her turn, but she needs to catch up with me on primary, otherwise she's risking losing this game just by the primary alone. So yeah, but definitely next turn, unless some like miracle happens here, we'll see even less Space Marines on the table. So overwatching, 66 shots into the dreadnought, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so 26 shots, hitting on 5s, because it's Brocknir, so they hit on 5s on Overwatch. Not bad.
Not bad? It's bad.
Actually, it should have been 1/3, so...
It's 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually bad. I was thinking Overwatching on 6s, it would have not been bad, but on the 5s, yeah, should have done more than this. It's a shame, but yeah.
Okay, 2 plus.
2 plus 2 wound. That's the good part. All but 1.
And still 1 failed.
Yeah. 4 wounds, so I need... Okay, so that's 2 fails. 4 damage. You've done 4 damage to me. Okay, that's not bad, but probably could have been worse. So 4 damage done. I'll put down the markers. 8 wounds remaining on the Dreadnought, and we can continue now with our shooting. It's our turn actually. So don't interrupt me, us Space Marines again, please.
Okay.
So
I'll do my best.
I don't believe you for some reason. So two bolt rifles into from the bikes, which they now can fall back and charge and shoot. So they'll shoot into the. Probably I don't need extra help against Terminators, so I should try to get some of those Berserkers down. So let's do 4 shots into them. And in terms of my Oath of Moment targets, actually it's going to be the Hekaton, this one, because yeah, I want to kill that. So kill it, and the second one is going to be the Terminator unit. So I think it was 3 hits. I'm wounding on not that. So yeah, bikes didn't do anything, unfortunately. Now Guilliman, he actually advanced, so he cannot shoot, which is stupid, as I said before. I don't think it should be the case. Over here, these guys, they are outside.
But he can charge, right?
He can charge, yes. That's the assault doctrine. So this squad is gonna fire their bolters actually into these guys. So 15 shots. So, yep. Maybe we'll think off a wound or something like that. I'm definitely using the mine against them, my favorite part of this unit. So yeah, hitting on 3s. Unfortunately, I don't get to use my own +1 to hit from them, but the ballistas will be able to. So I'm wounding you on 5s. So that's 4 wounds. Okay. 4 wounds at AP 0 from my Oculus bolt rifles. So okay. 1 wound taken. Not impressive. The ballistas now is going to fire at these guys, because I don't think Guilliman needs help against the Hekatons. I think he can carve one into 2 parts by himself. So ballistas is going to fire his correct. These guys are 3 wounds each, right? So first I'm going to do the stone bolter. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. And rerolling for himself, because he has rerolls in build. And wounding on 5s, so 1 wound. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to finish him off. So 1 wound, AP 0. Nothing. 2 cracked missiles, 2 hits, that's good. 2 wounds, AP 2, and you are in cover, so it's going to be AP 1. So it's going to be 4 up save. 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, 1 suffers D6. No rerolls, right?
No rerolls.
Okay, so it's going to kill 1.
Okay.
I hate rolling a 6 on the damage when I'm targeting something with less wounds than that. Ah, you want to? Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Good point from the front. So 1 hit, 1 wound, AP 3, so it's 5 up save.
No.
Okay, D6 +1 kills another guy. Okay, now the charge is worse. Yeah. Because Anna is too smart. So I think that's most of my shooting, apart from the 5 guys over here, which they can shoot their pistols. Let's do the 3 bolt pistols in the Terminators. 2 hits, 1 wound, AP 1. No cover. Okay, still good. And 2 plasma pistols, no overcharge, no wounds. Okay, nothing so far. So yeah, the Space Marine army is very much depleted at this point. We'll do the charges now. So Guilliman with his 6-incher. 6-incher, it's funny. 8-inch charge, he makes it into these guys. It's going to be like this, and I'll make sure that I'm outside of 6 inches from the Terminators there. I hope I can be, because I don't want that heroic intervention in my life. Unfortunately, I cannot be outside of 6 inches from the Terminators. I can be outside of 6 from the Berserkers, which is the most important part. But still, Anna can now do a heroic intervention for 1 command point if she wants to. She has only 1 command point. So it's a question, what do you want? Do you want to give your Hekaton a 5+ save against my AP4 instead of a 6 up save? Or you want to make your 5-man squad of Terminators go into Guilliman to try and soften him up?
I think 5+ save sounds better.
5+ save sounds better?
Yeah, because considering that you will be charging my Hekatons only with 1 unit.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Armor of Contempt is...
So I'm going to have 7 attacks, which, well, they will hit.
Yes, I think 5+ save is more reliable.
I need 4 to go through to
and
kill the Hekaton.
I will kill you anyways. like next turn.
Yes, I need
Probably.
4 to go through to kill you, so it's worth it, I think. Yeah, I
Yes.
agree. So cool, that's a wise decision. And the bikes and the jump pack intercessors are gonna go into the hearth guard. Yes, the hearth guard to try and soften them up as well, which I don't need to roll because they're so close. Here, however, I need to roll because I want to try and make it in combat. Yes, I made it into combat with the. Yes, but don't worry, they're not that good in the fight. Okay. They probably will kill like one guy with the mine. So yeah.
One guy is a lot.
Well, still 3 of them will be able to do some hurt against this ballistas next turn if you want to. Let's actually do the mine right away so I don't forget. It activates on a 2+, it does D3 damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. It kills the guy outright, so which one do you want, front or back?
Back now.
It doesn't matter, yeah. And over there, I'm just gonna move them. So I'm not worried about interrupts here, so we can fight freely. Let's fight with start with the most, well, fun thing, which is gonna be Guilliman.
So yeah, I use my Armor of Contempt.
Yeah, last CP, makes sense. 7 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, because you are my Oath of Moment target.
Okay.
So I really need to kill you. Yeah, all hit, thankfully. Good thing that Guilliman fights hits on 2s, which obviously he would, but still. And now wounding on 2s as well. Oh, that's bad. 2 1s, and I'm gonna reroll 1 of these for a CP, which I have plenty of. So yeah, that's 6 wounds, which statistically I should kill your Hekaton.
Even with 5+ save?
Yes, because you should fail pass 1/3 of them, so 4 should go through, but we'll see.
6, right?
Yes, you need to pass 3 5s.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
that's bad. Okay, so you've passed 4 actually. It means that I only do 8 wounds to you with Guilliman, and that is amazing for you, actually, amazing. So yeah, the Hekatons will now be able to, well, right through Guilliman, or I don't know, they're gonna be able to ram him. So yeah, it was an embarrassment, to be honest, complete embarrassment. And actually, right call on your side for using Armor of Contempt, even though they would still survive, but I think you were right to do it, definitely a good idea. So, very good. I'm startling because I was not expecting this. The bikes now. So Outriders now, against the Terminators, 8 attacks. I actually don't get my Oath of Moment now because I did not kill the Hekaton, so the second Oath doesn't activate. That's, again, very annoying, Anna.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, really, I am.
Oh, you're so kind. So 2...
You're so sad about it, and I feel bad now.
No worries, no worries. Guilliman killed enough stuff on tournaments for me, so I'm not mad that he didn't kill. 2,
okay.
Actually 2 ones. AP1. Kills the guy. The damage 2 on the charge, so kills the Terminator. And the jump intercessors actually forgot to do their mortal wounds, so I'll do them now. On 4s, that's 3 mortal wounds as well. 3 mortals in addition. So it's gonna kill 1 guy and put 1 down to 1 wound.
Okay.
Actually, I think the Sergeant is extra wound. No, the Sergeant only has 2 wounds like everyone else. So yeah, you're gonna lose 1 guy and 1. The Sergeant actually is left on 1 wound remaining. And now the Intercessors will hopefully finish the job. So let's fight with the chainswords first. So 16 attacks with the chainswords. Cool. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And wounding on 5s, because I'm only strength 4. Yep. 2 wounds, AP1. Okay, so that's 1 wound taken by the Romanian Romanian Sergeant.
Okay.
Okay, and now the Power Fist on the Sergeant. So that's 3 hits, good. Unfortunately, only 1 wound. He passes the save because he's 4-up invulnerable save. Cool, so
He's holding up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Terminator champion, the Hearthguard champion, or Hearthkin? Doesn't matter. So the champion is still alive and well. That's cool. And 15 attacks from the Incursor. And has corrected me. It's I'm here, champion. She knows her army well already.
I don't.
So 15 attacks with Incursors, 1 extra hit because of sustained on their paired combat knives that finally have AP1. And 1 wound only. Only 1 wound, that's not great. Okay, it takes a wound. The guy. Okay, I'll put down the marker.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that is all of my fights, and now you'll be able to strike back at the Guilliman with your tanks and with your champion against whoever you want. So 3 attacks against the bikes.
Yeah, let's start here.
Okay, 2, and wounding on 2s. Okay, it's gonna go through both of them. So d6 plus 1 on the first. Doesn't really matter what you roll.
Yeah,
and this one, it matters what you roll because you need a 3+ to kill the last bike. Always like this, always like this. So please put down the 2 wound marker on the second bike, thank you. So yeah, this guy is no more. And over here, you want to fight with your boots. Okay, so 6 decks with the boots.
What's their weapon skill?
4 up.
Okay. 4 up. Oh, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
not bad.
This is actually average. Okay, I wasn't impressed for nothing.
Yes, and wounding on 4s as well. 1 wound. Takes it. Okay. So fight of the century. Tanks are replying, answering Guilliman's attacks. So 12 attacks with their tracks and wheels and everything.
So
hitting on 4s.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and wounding on 5s. No modifiers there. Okay, so 2 wounds. Well, Guilliman, don't embarrass yourself. Okay, no one suffered, thank God. So that is everything in the fight phase. I think we fought with here, there. Yes, everyone has fought.
Okay,
that's
what
good.
did you accomplish?
What did I accomplish? So I will get recover assets for 3 victory points. And did I kill anything? Yes, I killed that squad of the champions. So I killed 1 unit. Is that it?
Yes.
Killed only 1 thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's an embarrassment. Okay, only 1 thing killed, so 2 points for that and 3 points for the recover assets.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
Well, I mean, embarrassment for the Ultramarines, who are supposed to be that amazing at doing everything. Okay, so what did you draw this turn?
Behind enemy lines and assassination.
Okay, you got another 5 points for primary, so
yes,
you need to kill Guilliman now, and I see the Berserkers actually amassing near him, so I don't think he's long for this world, to be honest. What else?
I have fallen back with the Broker guys.
Broker Thunderkin, okay, so they're poised to kill these guys, or him, probably him.
Yes, him.
And the Hekatons stayed stationary because they are in a prime position to see and kill everything they want. They don't need to move anywhere, to be honest.
Unfortunately, there is no chance for me to get to that objective
That
marker.
objective, this turn, yeah. So we've tried a lot of things, we've thought about a lot of options, but I don't think there's anything we can do, or Anna can do to get to this one. But she will get the center one, and that's why my combi weapon lieutenant has actually moved away, because he doesn't want to be punched in the face by the Einherjar champion. Okay, so what are you gonna shoot first?
Probably the tanks.
The tanks. Okay, so you want? I suggest if you want, you can do these guys first. Just
okay.
We can get them out of the way.
Yeah, it's a better idea.
So 3d6 shots from their graviton blasters, and that's 11. Okay, so you're gonna get +1 to hit here for your Cal, because he chose that objective. Yes, this marker goes away, goes here actually. So what +1 to hit is gonna be 3s, right?
3s, yes.
Okay. Cool. Wounding on 2s.
Oh.
That's 3 ones, unfortunately. 6. And 6, right? So no cover for me here. It's gonna be 4s, straight 4-up saves, because I have 2+ save. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4,
that's
5,
actually
6.
him dead. So does he explode? He does, but he's outside of 6 from everyone, I think. So yeah, we'll measure that, and the ballistas is no more. First, these 4 guys are gonna fire at the incursors, so to try and will them down before the Hekaton Land Fortress opens up against them, and Guilliman. So it's a 4-man squad, so you only have what, 12 shots with your Vulcanite blasters. First, Anna's going to do grenades, right?
Yes.
4d6.
Okay.
And they have
5, 6, 10.
10 plus 4 because it's blast.
Okay.
14, hitting on
3s.
3s. These guys did not do anything bad to us yet. We don't hate them enough. So, wounding on 4s. That's good. So, 5. Okay, he's gonna kill 2. No, wait, killed 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 dead. Oh, actually, no, it's gonna kill 2 because one guy had one. So yeah, 3 guys remaining. That's good. Now you have the Volkites. Yes, 12 shots with them. Ideally, you want to at least kill 1 more. Because the autocannon on the Hekaton is likely to kill 1.
3s, right?
Yes. So 1/6 is gonna pass through my save and 3 more saves. It's a shame. Yeah, so only 1 damage taken. So yeah, this guy is gonna have 1 wound remaining. Cool. Okay, the champion, 24-inch range, so he's gonna be in range. Oh,
okay.
hit. Hits on 2s. And wounding on 4s. Maybe he'll get that last wound in.
2.
2, okay. Does he fail? Is it AP1?
No, it's AP0.
Ah,
sorry.
shame. So yeah.
Sorry for me.
Sorry for you. Yeah, so it does not finish off the last guy. So you have 3 guys in the squad remaining. Still much less of a danger for your Thunderkin here, but still would be nice to get rid of them completely.
So
Your Hekaton.
yeah, Hekaton. Autocannon goes
In these guys?
Yes, into these guys, and everything else into Guilliman.
Okay, makes sense. So start with the 6 shots of the autocannon if you want.
Okay.
Sorry, you wanted to do the conversion beam?
It's okay. 6 4s.
Okay.
Only 2. 3.
Yeah.
3s.
Okay. And you killed the last, you killed the last wound of the guy who
Okay.
was there, so not ideal. Now your 2 shots of the conversion beamer. Okay, so that's
1.
1, yeah. We don't hit Guilliman enough.
And we don't have sustain.
Yes.
Nah.
Wounding on a 3, okay. 4 up, passes. Okay. Bolt cannon, 6 shots. Hitting on 4s. Shit. Not great, not great. No judgment tokens on him.
5s.
5s, reroll.
Oh yeah, actually.
Twin links.
Thank you. Oh,
Oh, that's good.
convenient.
Pass them both. So Guilliman seems to be resilient. Probably will have to do it in the combat, which means that he'll be able to roll that 3+ to stand that back up. Well, he would have anyways, but you won't be able to finish him off in this turn then.
I think let's...
Everything into him from this second tank, right?
I thought maybe I can do the same.
I don't think you can see with the second tank. Well, yeah, okay, so Anna can see and she'll do the autocannon again into this unit. So the same split again.
Yeah.
6 shots. 3 hits. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Oh,
3 wounds.
3 wounds, okay.
Not bad.
So I need... Not this. So they're dead, yes.
Okay.
Good. Well done.
Something.
Thank God you don't... Thank God you ignore cover, because otherwise I would have survived that. So your
Guilliman.
conversion thing. Okay, 2 hits, sorry, 1 hit. No conversions. 1 wound, yes, strength. Okay, I passed again.
Yeah.
Guilliman is a resilient bastard. The bolt cannon, good.
Yeah.
3s don't hit, no?
6s don't do anything.
They do. Sustain hit 1.
Sustain hits.
Yeah. So you get an extra 1.
Yes.
And wounding on 5s. So reroll the fails. I love the bolt cannons. Such an awesome gun. Okay, so 4 wounds.
Dead.
3s. Okay, you do finally some damage to him. 2 damage taken,
Yes.
but that's it. So he has 8 wounds remaining. You need to do it in the combat now. Cool. What about this part?
Yeah.
You want to try to finish off that bike?
Yes, actually with my shooting, I think.
Yes.
Let's start with the special weapons
Okay.
first. So 1 shot with the launcher.
Yes. 4 up.
Yes.
Does that?
And
then 3+? No.
That.
And now you're 5 up to hit, not less cannon, your sniper rifle, magna coil rifle.
No.
Okay, no. Okay, 8 shots of the iron blasters. The bike is very resilient. That's what I like about the Outriders. They really can soak up a lot of damage before they go down.
Unfortunately.
Only 2 hits.
Yes.
Okay, 1 wound. It goes through, so you need to do 1 more wound with Cal. 4 shots.
Okay.
With his, what's that, combi? How did you say
Yeah,
that? Combi bolter. 3. And you need 5s. Okay, 1. Fail or pass? It's a pass.
Pass.
6. So yeah, the bike is down to 1 wound, but still clinging onto life. And your champion actually, is he in combat?
Yes.
That one. This one is not, so he can fire into the bike. So 4. Oh, all hit. That's good. Eager for battle. 1, and it's a fail. So yeah, the bike finally succumbs to his injuries. And you now have an easier choice. You only have 1 choice on this flank of what to charge, so you'll be able to do that.
So the champion.
Champion charges in, okay.
Can you do this?
Yeah, of course.
And this squad. 8.
Okay, so you first need to move in Cal, and everyone else will follow. So Guilliman getting 30 attacks from the concussion balls into his face, hitting on 3s because Cal gave him 1 judgment token. Okay, not bad. And wounding on 4s because he's toughness 9 against strength 9. Okay, how many wounds is that? Not bad actually. It's quite a good roll on the 4-up. Okay, so it's 3, 6, 9,
You can
10,
just use these
13.
dice.
13. 13 saves on a 4-up. So yeah, it's bad actually. It's gonna be 9. Well, he's dead.
Really?
Anyway, yeah, he's dead anyway. Even with Armor of Contempt, he's still dead. So it's not gonna help him. Unless I reroll 1 successfully. Which I don't, yeah. So I will spend one CP and not spend 1 CP on Armor of Contempt because it's Guilliman, he can give 1 for free. So does he revive? I technically do it at the end of the phase, but I'll do it right away. He does stand back up with 6 moves remaining at the end of the phase, so he will not be fighting. I guess problem is for him that he must be in combat because there's no way for me to put him there without being in combat. That's weird. Yeah, so I'll have to stand him back up like here because I must be outside of engagement range. So yeah, he'll come back like over here. So he was hit on the head or somewhere so hard that he did a somersault back and landed here. That's how I imagine it. So two pluses for the mortal wounds from the champions. Both go up, and one is actually
D6.
Yeah, one is actually D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. Yeah, D3 plus 3. So 5 mortal wounds plus D3 from the other. D3. So it's 7 mortal wounds. It's gonna kill 3.5 guys in the squad
that's
right
impressive.
away. Yeah. Attacks with the champion.
No, I want to do 4 attacks with him.
Oh, okay. He's 4 attacks?
Yes.
Oh, the gauntlet?
It's Plasma X.
Ah, okay, yeah, sure.
He has Plasma X.
He actually has a gauntlet, but we'll count it as a Plasma X.
Okay. 2 plus.
Okay, 2 plus, and wounding on 3s. Okay, 2 AP2, right?
Yes.
Okay, 2 fails, it's gonna kill the squad. Cool. So these guys are done, and there would have been many more attacks there, so they would have died anyways. Your champions are not gonna fight now, not gonna consolidate anywhere, I assume, right? Because you want to be closer to that objective. Yeah, I technically could with these guys go back into the home objective, but I don't think that's what you want.
Yeah, it's
still yours.
So.
Makes sense. Okay, so I'm not fighting back.
Assassination counts, I guess.
I think it does.
You once.
I think it does, yeah, because it doesn't really matter. You kill the character. Okay, so we actually have done some calculations and we've quick played through my turn. Guilliman essentially charged the Hekaton, didn't kill it again, and Anna has killed him like immediately with the shooting, and that was the end of it. So and she still has all the berserkers to finish him off even after that. So essentially we've done all the cards, we've drawn all the cards for the remaining 2 turns. And we gave each other the raise the bonus points. Anna got 2 at the end because she did get this objective onto that one in the corner. And I only got 1 raise the bonus. And ultimately, at the end of the battle, the score would be 71 to 70 in favor of Space Marines. Because they managed to get that victory for the last point. And I think that honestly, it feels like a Leagues of Votann victory to me because I would only have literally 1 intercessor squad left, and Anna still has not most of her army, but a big portion of her army, I think more than half, on the board, which To be honest, I think the only thing that made it possible for Ultramarines to have this victory, quote unquote, is to the fact that Anna lost her fast scoring units in the very, very beginning of the game, which probably would be my next, the advice for the next games for Anna and the standard operating procedure for the dwarves in general, to keep your fast units hidden until as long as possible, because if you had an extra bike squad like at turn 3 or 4, you would have won, just because you had that extra unit to go somewhere, and you did not really need them out, because you still did not get the primaries ultimately. You just went on an objective, did not score it, lost the unit, and then I scored it, because my army was so much faster, getting to the no man's land and further. So it would be better for the dwarves to just let me come, die here somewhere close to your deployment zone, and then move out and have that extra unit. So
I actually don't think that it's gonna work.
Really? What do you think?
Yeah, because where should I go with my bikes? On what objective marker?
Don't go anywhere. No, that's the point. I don't think you should go anywhere. I think you should hide them, literally almost keep them here, because here or anywhere you can hide them where I cannot get to them.
Yes,
because
but still, no, I killed most of the dangerous stuff only now. So
yes.
I could not score extra points.
You could not score before, but you could score now, turn 4 or 5. You could get an extra point somewhere. That's at least what I think. What do you think? Did you feel like there was not enough speed in the dwarves?
Yes, absolutely.
That's probably
especially with this unit.
Yeah, this unit is very, very slow.
I actually cannot say what was my favorite unit of the game.
Really?
Yes, because I loved them all, except for this unit.
This one? Okay.
Yes. So
Cal needs to work on his warriors, I guess.
Not Cal, because I like Cal and
Yeah.
I like his ability to target a unit and give it a marker as well. But I don't like warriors. I feel like they're very slow him down.
Yeah, I agree. They are a bit underwhelming. I feel like they lack something, and I'm not really sure what. And they're quite expensive as well. So I think they cost 120, 40 something points for 10. So they're not cheap.
Maybe if I could have extra character instead of warriors.
You could. You could. Okay. Just your Kalden.
Extra unit.
Your Kalden is targetable, so that's the problem. He then becomes a valid target. And there's no way to give him loan up.
Yes, but he's not a fighter. I mean, of course he is, but I can just
hide him
here, yes, and he can stay here.
We can try that as well. We can try giving you an extra character, maybe the Grimnir for something like that, something cool, but not get the warriors. That also is an option. It's just a shame. I really like how the warriors look. They're very cool sculpt. I really like their armor. But yeah, I agree, they did not really do much.
Yeah, because I actually love the Lonely Champion, and I think it's cool and it's...
Yeah, it really works well.
Yes, it gives an extra mobility.
Yeah, it gives you an extra unit you can throw somewhere and do something, because you really felt turn 3, there was not enough activations in your army to do everything you wanted to. And if you had one less model in case of a champion, if you didn't have him, it would be even worse. So... yeah, I think he's in this sense the list is pretty good. Just maybe if next time the bikes survive longer, I think the win would be yours. Because keep in mind, this was a very nasty Ultramarines list that you have essentially pounded down into the dirt with almost no effort at all. You killed 6 vehicles in the course of the game and killed Guilliman twice.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, really.
I had my doubts. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're now thinking differently about the dwarves.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think you played it very well. So
thank you.
I'm sure next time you'll be even better, because you will know the army much better. So thank you guys for watching.
I wanted to say that I miss my Calidus, and it would be very helpful to have her here.
Oh yeah, actually it would be amazing. She's the perfect thing to add to this army.
Yes.
It's a shame because you cannot add Imperium allies to essentially a Xenos army, though technically they are actually humans that mutated or
Are they loyal?
they're not Imperial subjects, so they don't subscribe to the Imperial creed and all that stuff. They're not part of the Imperium. I don't think they have any relation to Emperor himself.
Okay,
at all.
I got it.
So, but maybe I don't know, some one of them. They only believe in the power of the Votann, which is like their Chat GPT equivalent.
So they're kind of like Tau, but not alien. Right?
Yeah, they are probably the closest thing in the 40k universe to the good guys you can imagine, because they are really not doing much bad in the galaxy.
I actually heard the Tau are good guys.
Tau, they're like communists disguised for a good race, I think. More like this, not really exactly good, especially the Ethereals, they're weird. But I hope I'm not offending any Tau fans there. Well, thank you very much, Anna, for the game. I congratulate you for...
I'm not even sad because
I think it's a draw.
I
think it's a draw. I think it would be
it was pretty close.
I think it would be correct to call this a draw more than a win for the Ultramarines. And you played really well, so thank you for that. Thank you guys for watching.
You too.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you.